Here's the pitch. That one in the zone! Outlaws win! Outlaws win! And we welcome you to Rock Springs, Wyoming for this matchup of Evanston Outlaw Baseball here in Rock Springs, as the temperature is a little bit warmer, but the wind definitely not letting up, as we will talk more about that on our scene set in a minute. This is our pregame show brought to you by Allstate and the Jones Agency. You're in good hands with Allstate and the Jones Agency. Elan, Olliff, and Cody Olsen coming to you live from the Union broadcast booth, as we are about 30 minutes away from first pitch. We got a great pregame show for you. Interviews with both managers, Rocky Rondinelli for Rock Springs and Nick Small for Evanston. We're going to start it off with the scene set brought to you by El Paso All-American Mexican Restaurant. After this, on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaw Baseball on MyLocalRadio.com and K9.
When it comes to protecting what you love, you want an insurance agent that cares more about your world or about what you need. And that's exactly what you get with me, Todd Jones, your Southwest Wyoming Allstate agent. I'm an agent who knows what it's like to live in Southwest Wyoming and one who wants to protect our way of life as much as you do. Contact the Jones Allstate Agency today for your free quote, 307-789-1541. Again, that's 307-789-1541. Allstate, you're in good hands.
Allstate and affiliates offer products and services subject to availability, terms, and conditions.
What do you do when you lose a tooth?
Put it under your pillow. Under my pillow. Like a treasure chest so you could put it in.
Why do you do that?
Because then the tooth fairy comes. For the tooth fairy, so the tooth fairy can come get them.
And then what happens?
I get money.
We may not be the tooth fairy, but we can still take care of your teeth. Bear River Dental in Evanston.
In May of 2019, Uintah County School District Number 1 became the first school district in Wyoming to achieve a certified Level 1 on high reliability schools by the Rosanna Leadership Center. We're focusing on 3 levels. Level 1 is a safe and collaborative culture. Level 2, effective teaching in every classroom. And Level 3 is a guaranteed and viable curriculum. We are certified Level 1 in safe and collaborative culture. This is Superintendent Ryan Thomas. Congratulations to everyone in our district. Keep up the great work.
Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
There's nothing better than finding the perfect gift for someone. Whether it's a baby shower, birthday, or anniversary, Ivory and Iron has everything to make gift-giving fun. Come enjoy the beautiful atmosphere, mouth-watering chocolates, and beautiful floral arrangements. Ivory and Iron, 1101 Main Street, Evanston.
And we welcome you back to the Union broadcast booth. Elan, Olliff, and Cody Olsen coming to you live from Paul J. Wataha Complex here in Rock Springs, Wyoming. Let's kick off this Allstate the Jones Agency pregame show brought to you by Allstate the Jones Agency. You're in good hands with Allstate the Jones Agency. With our scene set brought to you by El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant. El Paso, the best in the West. And Cody Olsen, when you look at these two teams and how they match up, Game 5 and the series is tied at 2 wins apiece for each team. It's going to be a fun night of baseball.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good one, Elan. It feels like we're in a series of 7 almost between these two teams.
Right.
The Stallions. This one is me here.
Got it.
Elan, it really does. It truly feels like a Game 7 type of series. These teams have seen each other so much this last month. It feels like you should be able. If these teams didn't know how to read each other even before this series started, then it's definitely happening right now. They should know the tendencies. They know each other very, very, very well.
Yep.
I'm just expecting pure competitive baseball between two teams that know each other inside and out.
Last time these two teams faced off, it was a win for Evanston at Ross Kesterson Field. Final score, I believe, was 10-5 last Tuesday. And guess what? We've got tonight, and then on May 31st, a week from tonight, School's out. No excuses. We're back at Ross Kesterson Field for a scheduled not one, but 2 games of Evanston Outlaw Baseball versus Rock Springs. Invite you to come out to the ballpark on a Tuesday night. And I've heard the weather's going to be beautiful on next Tuesday, apparently.
So I hear. I'm excited for it.
But, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun as we get set for this one. Evanston and Rock Springs, non-conference play, so this doesn't count towards the record. That'll affect seeding, but it is still a fun one. We've got a great pregame show for you, brought to you by Allstate, the Jones Agency, where that's going to do it for our scene set, brought to you by El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant. El Paso, the best in the West. When we come back, we'll hear from Rock Springs coach Rocky Rondinelli on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaw Baseball on K9 and MyLocalRadio.com.
Fresh and flavorful ingredients are what makes the best restaurants great. At El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant, each entree is prepared with only the freshest and tastiest ingredients. The menu includes everything from tacos to steak, fresh fruit waffles to omelets, and mouth-watering burgers to sandwiches. Come in and enjoy a meal today at the new El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant inside the log cabin on Bear River Drive.
At Ellingford Brothers, we're known for an excellent steel shop and quality cement. We also provide other products all year round. Sand and different sizes of gravel for road base and landscaping in the summer and fall. Traction in the winter and mud control in the spring. Bark for landscaping in the summer and winterization in the fall. And topsoil. Spring, summer, and fall. Prices are always honest. Pickup or delivery. Ellingford Brothers, your year-round source for so many things. Stop in today at 221 County Road in Evanston.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
Gee, Tommy, you look amazing. Did you try something different with your enamel?
No way. I wouldn't do anything to alter these pearly whites, but I did see Dr. McKay Frankham, who told me if I didn't floss, I could miss up 35% of food particles.
Really? He told you that?
Yep, and you know what? He's 100% right. I started flossing, and now I look better than ever.
Wow, I want to see Dr. McKay Frankham.
Well, give him a call. 307-789-8910. Easy to remember, right?
That's super easy. Dr. McKay Frankham at 307-789-8910. I'll call today.
Here with Rock Springs Stallions manager Rocky Rondinelli. Coach Rondinelli, this is the 5th game. You guys will see Evanston tonight. What are some things you guys are starting to learn about yourselves against this opponent, the Evanston Outlaws?
I think what we're learning about ourselves, and especially with Evanston, we're both very, very young. Trying to get into the flow of the season, cutting down on mistakes, making the routine plays routine. We've been struggling with that. They've been struggling with that. I think we're 2-2, right? Great group of kids. I mean, that's their with Hank and Ryan, but that's pretty much their C team from last year, who took second in state. Nick does a great job with them, and having Todd. And they do a phenomenal job. So I think we're both in the same boat, as these kids are so young, just trying to get them into settling down, letting the game come to them instead of pressing so much and trying to do too much, and just relax and play baseball.
This has kind of become a tradition. Every May, we're seeing each other once a week, and then we'll see each other later down the road for conference games. What are some advantages that you guys are able to glean from having this many games this often early in the season?
Well, I think it's huge, because I don't think there's anything that's as good as live game reps, right? You can practice. You practice all winter long inside, and then you finally get outside and you're practicing for 2 to 3 weeks outside before you get out and start playing games. Evanston's 90 miles, 100 miles, right? So it's easy, and the relationship that we have with Evanston now, it's really easy to schedule these games, and we all get together, have a really good time, and we're still going to compete our butts off, and kids want to win, we want to win, they want to win, and it's all about competing. I think that's the biggest thing for my group is I just want to see them compete. Where's that fire, right? You go out there and you give it everything you got, and you leave everything between them lines. What happens, happens. But, no regrets, basically. But playing this opponent or, whether it's Green River, whether it's Jackson, we're so close to each other that, May, we look at May as kind of like spring training. Get as many games in as possible, see as many kids in different spots. And so, when you get to the end of May, once school's out, and June, you're starting to play tournaments, more and more tournaments, and then you're getting into conference and stuff like that. By that time, hopefully you got your best night out there and you just go play ball.
Coach, you guys, last time out, were at the Jackson tournament. You guys were in a up and down battle against a very good Cody Cubs team. What did you guys learn about yourselves by going toe-to-toe with such top-flight competition over in Jackson?
Well, I'll tell you what, I think that not only with Cody, and everybody knows Bart does a great job with, that program from Little League travel on up. Did the same thing against Powell, against their, the single A pitcher of the year last year, and Brock Johnson, who brought the heat. And then even against Jackson the second game, we're in every game pretty much, 3 out of 4 anyway, I should say. Cutting down the errors, honestly. I think we're averaging 6 errors a game. If we cut that in half, me and the old man Stubb Hatfield talk about it all the time. Cut the errors in half. We take 6 and cut it down to 3. Instead of 2 and 21, we're sitting at 14 and 9. It's that's how close we are. They're pitching well. We're hitting the ball extremely well. So it's just cutting down on the mental mistakes. We cut down the errors, we're going to be just fine. And that was what happened in that Cody game. They made errors, we made errors. But we had it, runners on second and third with 2 outs, and my captain up to bat and Huddy G, didn't work out that time. But I believe this team can play with anybody when they play the right way.
One thing that's really stood out to me as I've come to Rock Springs over the last 3 years now is just the growth that the program has seen. The crowds are bigger. There's a lot more of a fun environment here, and this program is really on the up. What can you kind of say about the support that you guys have had throughout the years?
Well, I think the community has backed us up. I think my board has done an excellent job, from, our president, Jesse, our vice president, Angie, our money man that's sitting in front of me, Mr. Wallendorf, and Joanne Zotti, our secretary, working on just reaching out to the community. And we've got a lot of parents, we've got a lot of people that are willing to help us out. And that's what we want. It's all about growing, right? So we tell our kids all the time, it's all about improving, right? So it's be better today than you were yesterday, be better tomorrow than you were today. Just improve every day. That's not just in baseball, that's in life. So we have, like I said, I think it's been over the last 3 years, the Evanston Rock Springs rivalry that used to be nasty. There really wasn't anything good about it, honestly. Kids are fighting on the field, and parents are fighting in the stands. It was just, that's not how it is anymore. Started with Chad and Jason, and brought over with when when Baldwin was in charge, and now that this new group with Matt Moore in charge as the president, and with Nick and Todd and Cody, we just get along so well. We cheer for the boys. I'm always talking to their kids because their kids are just phenomenal. They do the same thing with our kids. Parents are, they get along really well, and that's how it should be, right? You want to compete, but we're here we want to see these boys succeed in more than just baseball, right? we're going to play to win. They're going to play to win. But we still want to see the boys succeed. So when they do something good, we're going to cheer, as it should be, right? And I think that's been the biggest thing for us. Our sportsmanship over the years has gotten a lot better, excuse me, than it was. So, yeah, it's been really good.
You know, when people ask me about what's a unique thing that I see in American Legion baseball that I don't see in other sports, I specifically talk about the Rock Springs Evanston relationship. I wouldn't say it's a rivalry at all. It almost seems like you guys are allies. As long as you guys are not across the diamond from each other, you guys are each other's biggest fans. I remember that at State last year.
100%. I mean, we stayed at the same hotel, and it even goes back. I think the first time I seen it was probably about 3 years ago. We're playing in Jackson. We're playing in a tournament that Evanston's at as well. And, you know, they're playing right after us. So they're sitting in the stands on our side cheering for our kids. And it's just, you know, you take pride in that. But at the same time, it kind of takes you back because you're thinking about all the stuff that happened previous. But, you know, and since then, you know, basically it's, yeah, absolutely. We're their biggest fans. They're our biggest fans. Again, all we want to do is see the boys succeed, the coaches succeed, the parents succeed. I mean, it's just the program succeed, right? And, yeah, with State last year, it was really awesome staying in the same hotel. I mean, the kids are such good friends. They talk all the time. And watching Evanston do as well as they did last year was phenomenal. Now, we play probably more than anybody. Which, like I said, you know, being 90 miles away, it's pretty easy. Don't cost a lot of money. You can get out there and just play baseball in a good, fun, you know, clean environment. And that's what it's all about.
That's Coach Rocky Rondinelli, head coach for the Rock Springs Stallions. Coach Rondinelli, thank you so much. It's always a good time when these two teams get together. Anything else?
No, that's it. Go Stallions.
That was our interview with Rocky Rondinelli. It was really great to be able to touch up with him. A wonderful interview, just getting a glimpse into the dynamic, the relationship between Rock Springs and Evanston, two really, really die-hard, bleeding baseball teams that really cheer for one another and really produce a great product out onto the diamond when they meet. We'll come back to you as part of our Allstate, the Jones Agency pregame show. I am Cody Olsen. I'll be joined with Elan Olliff on the call here in Rock Springs between the Stallions of Rock Springs and the Outlaws of Evanston. We'll come back to you in just a moment here on a 99.1, on 99.1, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
As high school sports fans, we know that sometimes you have to drive a long way to get to the next game. If you find yourself on the side of the road, remember that Freeway Tire in Evanston offers service calls and roadside assistance 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's a great idea to have your vehicle serviced, tires checked, and oil changed to make sure it's in top shape before your next long drive. Visit Freeway Tire today, your locally owned and operated tire shop. Freeway Tire, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
Here with Evanston Outlaw manager Nick Small. Coach Small, you guys last were on the field last Thursday in a kind of weather-shortened game that turned into a scrimmage. The score was 6-4, Green River at the time, but you guys had just come back and scored 4 runs to get back into that game. What kind of things were you guys able to take away from that experience?
Well, it was good to have a little adversity with the weather, see how the boys respond when conditions weren't perfect, and I was pretty well pleased with the effort, and all the boys still wanted to play, but unfortunately umpires called it on us.
Moving on to tonight, you guys take on Rock Springs. I believe this is game 5 of the series between you guys, each of you winning 2. Now you guys are super familiar with them. They're super familiar with you. What are you expecting from Rock Springs tonight?
Rock Springs is a group of kids that are going to come out and compete against us every time, no matter what the score is. So if we do get up on them, I fully expect the boys to keep the pressure on and keep scoring runs, because Rock Springs isn't going to quit on us.
We've seen in the past you guys go up big on them, and as you mentioned, Rock Springs just kind of chip away and have a big inning of their own. What's it take to kind of get the mentality right to where you guys just continue to put the pressure on them no matter what the situation is?
I think that's going to come with game time and game experience, getting in the games and not letting up and staying focused for the full duration of the game.
Coach, this is the first game where baseball is the only sport happening in the state. Track is over, soccer's over, so all hands on deck. What excites you about the chance that you have all of your guys now available to you for the rest of the season?
Yeah, that's going to be good for us going forward. Having full lineup, having the versatility that all these kids have is going to make it nice bit for rotations, and having all the pitching start really dialing in a pitching rotation and kind of the look of the team for the season going forward.
If you could you talk to us a little about your assistant coaching staff and what strengths you guys are starting to identify as a coaching staff?
Yeah, Coach Hoover brings immense baseball knowledge to the program and skill sets of pitching and infield. Coach Hoover's been a huge asset for me and the boys as far as that goes with baseball IQ and knowledge. And then Coach Moore is a former Outlaw himself. Really good stuff. He went off and played at the University of Wyoming club team when he left high school, and he brings a lot of baseball knowledge as well with the pitching and catching for us.
Coach, what's something you're identifying going into this week of games that you would like to say you guys took a step forward on?
Finishing. I think we need to go out and learn how to, like I said earlier, finish the baseball game, get a lead, and hold on to the lead and finish.
That's Coach Nick Small, manager of the Evanston Outlaws. Coach Small, thank you so much for the time. Good luck tonight. Looking forward to talking to you after the game. Anything else?
Nope, that's it. Thank you.
Big thank you to Nick Small for joining us on our pregame show, brought to you by Allstate, the Jones Agency. You're in good hands with Allstate, the Jones Agency. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have our pregame slice as we're getting ready to welcome you into the Union broadcast booth. Everything else is just internet. This is a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaw Baseball on K9 and MyLocalRadio.com.
Trona Valley Federal Credit Union is a not-for-profit financial institution. When you become a member, you are an owner of the credit union. We believe in people over profit, and that impacts the way we do business from our overall structure down to the smallest detail. Our philosophy sets us apart, and we're here for you. Earn more with our high-yield checking account, start a savings goal, check out our competitive loans, and much more. Become a member today. We're a caring partner dedicated to your financial success. Member NCUA.
As your local Ricoh, Toshiba, and Sharp dealer, Mountain West Business Solutions represents quality office equipment that lasts. We work with each client to understand your workflow, your goals, and your bottom line. Whether you lease or purchase office equipment, we have many ways to work with you to provide the best products at the best value. We also service and provide supplies for HP printers. Call Mountain West Business Solutions today. Let us help you find the best solutions for you and your business.
This presentation on MyLocalRadio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Take a bite into a sweet, delicious fruit pie complimented by the best pie crust ever made when you purchase a pie from the Pie Hole. The menu also includes sandwiches, soups, and salads for lunch or dinner. The Pie Hole, 1023 Main Street in Evanston. Love at first bite.
When it comes to protecting what you love, you want an insurance agent that cares more about your world or about what you need. And that's exactly what you get with me, Todd Jones, your Southwest Wyoming Allstate agent. I am an agent who knows what it's like to live in Southwest Wyoming and one who wants to protect our way of life as much as you do. Contact the Jones Allstate Agency today for your free quote, 307-789-1541. Again, that's 307-789-1541. Allstate, you're in good hands.
Allstate and affiliates offer products and services subject to availability, terms, and conditions.
Welcome back to the Allstate Jones Agency pregame show. Elan Olliff and Cody Olsen as we welcome you into the Union broadcast booth for our pregame slice brought to you by the Pie Hole. Love at first bite. And Cody, when you look at these two teams right now, again, game 5, Evanston won 1, then Rock Spring won the last 2, and then Evanston won the last one just a week ago.
It's great.
And we're going to get 7 games between these two as there will be a doubleheader played a week from today at Ross Kesterson Field. And you know what? It's always fun to come out to Paul J. Wataha Complex. Rocky Rondinelli and the crew always roll out the red carpet for the Evanston Outlaws. And you heard him on the pregame show. He agrees with the fact that this is a ally, not a rivalry type situation. As long as they're not on the diamond against each other, they are each other's biggest fans. But they are on the diamond against each other tonight. You know it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's really fun. Elan, we spoke a little bit about the familiarity between these two teams, and it's apparent in the way that they hold themselves out on the diamond when they compete, but it's also apparent in the stands when they're watching each other. It's really fun. A very competitive atmosphere out here today. Keys to the game right now, I think it's going to come down to pitching today.
Yeah.
I think the pitching staff is going to be huge. Ryan Hoover pitching the last time around, he did great. It was by committee, as we've seen a few times with the Outlaws. Maddox Ice today will be pitching for the Stallions, and across from him, Gavin Oliver. So 2 stellar baseball players are going to be going at it on the mound, and it's going to come down to this.
Another thing I think it's going to come down to is defense. You heard Coach Rondinelli talk about errors. You heard Coach Small talk about finishing. And how you do that is by cutting down the errors and playing good, solid defense. I think this is going to be a very defensive game, as both coaches are definitely focusing on it. Not necessarily low-scoring game, because both of these teams have proven they can hit against each other, but I think whoever makes the less errors and makes the most defensive plays is going to come out on top tonight.
You know, obviously it comes to wins and losses in this 7-game series, right? But ultimately, it's been impressive to watch the maturity level and the growth between these two teams. Who's going to come out on top, who's going to grow the most? That's going to be something to look at going forward in this series.
That's the pregame slice brought to you by the Pie Hole in downtown Evanston on Main Street, right across the street from Strand Theater. The Pie Hole, love at first bite. We're going to go ahead and transition to our starters, brought to you today by Varsity Inc. Varsity Inc., we're on your team. For the Evanston Outlaws, you mentioned it'll be Gavin Oliver in 2022. He's only thrown 8 innings, so really small sample size. The big bats, though, Walker Wilson batting .455. He leads the team with 10 hits. Hank Allred, though, as we anticipated, this would be he would be the most productive offensive player this year. He's living up to that billing, leading the team with 12 hits, 2 home runs, and 11 RBIs. On the other side, you mentioned Maddox Ice will be starting for Rock Springs. Not a lot known about him on the mound, but the big bats for the Rock Springs Stallions. Hudson Gardner, Huddy G, we've talked about him so much in this Rock Springs series. He was 2 for 4 with an RBI and 3 runs scored on the 21st against single A number 1 ranked Cody. Jaden Hunt also really, really good. 2 for 4 with 1 run score. Those are our starters, brought to you by Varsity Inc. Get all your Red Devil gear at Varsity Inc. on Main Street in downtown Evanston. Varsity Inc., we're on your team. As we transition to the top of the first, and Cody Olsen, you're going to be giving us our play-by-play, so we'll turn it over to you as that ends our pregame show, brought to you by Allstate. the Jones Agency. You're in good hands with Allstate, the Jones Agency. Cody, take it away.
Yeah, special thanks to Elan for passing that on to me and our sponsors, obviously, which we mentioned, the Pie Hole, giving us a little pregame slice as to what we're going to be seeing. Out here today, very, very beautiful, slightly breezy. I mean, what else did you expect here in Rock Springs? I am Cody Olsen, joined here in the Union broadcast booth. Everything else is just internet with Elan Olliff. Elan, we've been here before, a little bit warmer than we were last time in Rock Springs, and it's a fun atmosphere. It's a great time as we get a nice little princess wave from Elan to Steve Baldwin down there. Good stuff. Great to see the fans travel as well. And Coach Baldwin, he's been everywhere, right?
In American Legion Baseball, it's not just a sport. It really is a summer-long lifestyle commitment. You are committing to being on the road every weekend at a different place, and playing. Honestly, most of your games are played on the road if you're the Evanston Outlaws.
Yep.
We will be back at Ross Kesterson Field a week from tonight, rather. Coming out to the ballpark. I hear it's supposed to be beautiful weather, and come on out to the ballpark. Enjoy a doubleheader between these two great teams. First game at 5, second game at 7. So as we are getting ready to get going here, Paul J. Wataha Complex.
Absolutely, and I think we're going to go ahead and line up and get ready for the presentation of the colors. Our national anthem will play in just a moment, but this is going to be our starting lineup today, brought to you by Varsity Inc. As they go through the starting lineup for the Evanston Outlaws, we'll go ahead and go through them with you as well. Going through the batting order today, Gavin Oliver will start off, lead off today. Behind him, Walker Wilson. Number 3, Hank Allred. Middle of the block, Cohen Morrow, Braxton Bauer, Ryan Baldwin, Brody Clifton, Damian Common, and Ryan Hoover. Now their defensive assignments on the day. Gavin Oliver leading off pitching today. Hank Allred, as always, on home plate, does a fantastic job. Braxton Bauer on first. Ryan Baldwin on second. Ryan Hoover on third. Cohen Morrow at our shortstop position. Damian Common out in left field. Center field, Walker Wilson. He's had some fantastic defensive plays on the year. Brody Clifton will round everything out in right field. So now for the defensive assignments for the Stallions. They're going to be starting off on that defensive side of the pitch today. Maddox Ice pitching, leading off for the Stallions. Hudson Gardner, our catcher today. Hudson Pasolar, first base. Andrew Rondinelli, second base. Jaden Hunt, third. Billy Peterson, hero of one of these ball games in the series. Adrian Beardsley in left field, Sam Wheeler in center, and Dagan Dickinson in right field. Now we will go ahead and take a quick moment and recognize the great country of America as we take a moment and do our national anthem. What an amazing rendition of our national anthem, Electric Guitar. Brett Lemon, I believe, is who
was the name.
just nailed that.
That was the coolest in-person national anthem I've seen here.
That's incredible. I love it. I would not be opposed to doing that every time, Elan.
Just so you know, that was not the Jimi Hendrix pre-recorded version. That was
No
Brett
kidding.
Lemon live.
Brett Lemon live.
Awesome.
Sign him to a deal. Sign him to a deal.
I'm so friggin' pumped after that. That was amazing.
All right, well, we welcome you out here to the ballpark. Cody Olsen and Elan Olliff starting things off here at the top of the first. Stallions will begin on the defensive side, and your Outlaws getting ready to go. First up, Gavin Oliver, followed by Walker Wilson on deck. Hank Allred in the hole. You will see those three here at the very least in this first inning. Elan, we talked a little bit about pitching and defense today. We can't forget offense. All things are going to come up. They're going to play a big factor. When these two teams know each other so very well, you have to be good in all aspects of the game.
Yeah.
If you have to compare it to any other sport, it takes offense, defense, and special teams in football. It takes hustle, defense, and offense in basketball. And now we get a little bit of a cloud covering us. We're making you a little anxious, but it's good. It's good. You need all facets. You need every single aspect of your game sharpened when these two teams play against each other.
Just a heads up, we are out in the open air, and if this does break open to where it really starts to come down, unfortunately we will have to kill the broadcast because we need to save the equipment so we can bring you more Outlaws baseball. So just a heads up there, if we have to suddenly call the broadcast because of weather, we're really sorry, but our priority is to bring you as much Outlaw baseball as possible. So if we have to call the broadcast to save the equipment, we're really sorry. But we're going to do the best we can to get through this game as best as possible.
We're going to live to see another day, Elan. And as much as we'd love to, it's partly cloudy. We have storm clouds rolling across our face right now.
Yeah.
So should be interesting. Maddox Ice on the mound as he gets ready, stretched out. Everybody's kind of getting into positions here. Gavin Oliver. Here we go. Gavin Oliver last time going 1 for 4 against the Rock Springs Stallions back on a Thursday last week. So should be a good one. It was a Tuesday, I meant. When I say Thursday, I actually mean Tuesday, and it's good. Gavin Oliver up to the plate. Nobody here as we are starting the ball game. 0 outs, nobody on base. 0-0 count. First pitch coming up from Maddox Ice, launching high and to the right for ball 1 here.
First pitch thrown at 6:08 p.m., so getting started just a little bit behind schedule, but not abnormally behind schedule.
Not at all. Maddox Ice holding right at his chest. The lift and launch inside right down the middle. We get a strike call here, a little bit different type of strike call than we normally see from our umpire. It was just a kind of a subtle to the side. 1-1 count.
Yeah, that one was kind of one of those ones that Gavin Oliver just kind of waiting and seeing.
Gavin Oliver gets contact on the ball, bounces off of the shortstop, and as an error will facilitate him to go out to first. So a no-out single. Gavin Oliver at the very top of the order will go out to first. That's a 1-base hit, and that will bring up Walker Wilson.
So yeah, and you heard Coach kind of talk about in the pregame show. Their average at Rock Springs, he says, is averaging 6 errors per game. They want to cut that in half. So to kind of give up an error to start the game off, that's something that Rock Springs is definitely going to be keeping an eye on.
Absolutely. Walker Wilson, first time we're seeing him today.
This is the highest in the batting order I think we've seen him hit all year.
First pitch, he gets contacted, launches foul out of bounds, and that is caught by Pasolar, and that's going to be the first out of the inning, keeping Gavin Oliver on first base.
Good read by Pasolar off of the first baseman to kind of go out towards that first base dugout to glove it for out number 1, and now that brings up Hank Allred, and he was one of the big bats we talked about. Really big opportunity for him.
Yep, so we got 1 out, 1 on first, and Hank Allred up to bat behind him, Cohen Morrow and Braxton Bauer in the hole. Let's take a look at what Hank's done on the year. Hank, a few home runs, and he leads the team in RBIs right now.
Yeah, 2 home runs for Hammer and Hank. I love the fact that he changed his walk-up song back to that The Ride by David Allen Coe, as Hank will foul that one. It looked like it bounced off the helmet of Hudson Garner. I'm so familiar with these Rock Springs players, I want to call them by the nicknames, but it's inappropriate for an Evanston broadcast. Like, who's Huddy G? Hudson Garner.
There you go. Well, we're going to get a 0-1 count to start off here as Hank swung and I believe was just above that one. Hits the face mask of Gardner, and that goes foul. So 0-1 after the swing and the miss. Second pitch coming up from Maddox Ice. Ice holding above his here is going to go ahead and check to first, keeping Gavin Oliver honest. That's the first time that we're going to see Ice really test those runners on base for the Outlaws.
All right, now if you're Maddox Ice, I think your focus probably needs to be towards that batter because, I mean, you got one down. The runner on first really isn't threatening, but you definitely want to make Oliver know at first that you're keeping an eye on him.
Absolutely. So still 0-1. Count here, Maddox Ice holding, lifting, going down the middle, and Hank's going to grab that one. It's going to go high center field, going back to the wall. Easily caught. That one's about a couple feet in front of it. Maybe the wind caught that one. That's going to leave Oliver stranded on first. 2 outs down immediately here as Hank Allred flies out to center field.
Great read by Sam Wheeler over in center field. He kind of retreated dead center back towards the wall, then noticed that the wind was hanging it back towards right field and made a nice correction to bring it in.
Absolutely, and it's easy to lose the ball in this swirling wind happening above the complex.
We saw it a lot 2 weeks ago.
Cohen Morrow, first time we're seeing him on the day. He was fantastic last Tuesday against Rock Springs. Came in later in the ball game. That's going to go down and low. A check far out to second base, and what a throw. He's going to be safe. Gavin Oliver stealing second base. That ball was in time. I just felt like maybe just a quick hand could have got Gavin Oliver. Oliver is going to go ahead and steal second.
The throw kind of died at the very, very end. I think if that one's in the air and in the glove of Peterson, then you can probably get that one going. By the way, that first pitch was called a strike.
So it's going to be an 0-1. Second pitch coming up. This one landing right down. Did not catch the corner. We get a 1-1 split count here. Gavin Oliver on second. 2 outs currently right now in scoring position on second base. Right now, Cohen Morrow wanting to bring him home.
I remember a conversation I had with former Outlaw skipper Chad Thompson. He said that the goal is always to get at least 1 run per inning. So Evanston down to 2 with a runner in scoring position.
This is it.
Kind of a big opportunity for the Outlaws.
Pitch low on the third offering to Cohen Morrow. We're going to get a 2-1 count here. Gavin Oliver still stranded out there on second, leading off a substantial margin. Maddox Ice looks behind back to second, has a lane, decides not to take it, pitch throw, and it's going to be contact inside, ground out to shortstop. It's going to be scooped and lost it. Gavin Oliver struggling and sliding home. That is going to be the first score of the ball game. Gavin Oliver takes that all the way home, and Cohen Morrow will get the 2-out RBI single.
Nice job by Cohen. So it's just a little bit too much for Billy Peterson at shortstop. It rolled up his arm. I think he kind of tried to scoop it and didn't get all of it. So it rolls up his arm, and then that gets away from him, rolls off to his left, and then that gives Gavin Oliver the room he needs to circle third and score.
Good recap. Billy Peterson, I believe that's the second time that we've seen the ball kind of roll up his arm today. 2 errors on the day, and that's led to a score for the Outlaws currently right now. Up now, Braxton Bauer to bat for the Outlaws. Maddox Ice taking his time, launching high and above, putting the hand ups, telling Cohen Morrow, don't go anywhere. You don't want to test Gardner because he's quick. He can get you.
Yeah, he's I mean, we've got 2 of the best catchers in the West here, Hank Allred and Hudson Garner. This is going to be a fun matchup behind the plate. But right now, one thing that I think that is probably in Bauer's mind is one of the last times he was at this field, he hit one over the wall.
Absolutely. So here we go. Second offering, 1-0 count, and that one chopper all the way out, and they're going to elect to take it out to first, and that is going to be a fielder's choice, and that will end the inning. Braxton Bauer grounds out shortstop, and that will bring us to the end of the top of the first. Thank you for joining us on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaw Baseball. I am Cody Olsen, joined here with Elan Olliff on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaw Baseball on 99.1 KNYN and mylocalradio.com.
Early mornings, tired muscles, hustles, pride, and grit. At Varsity Inc., we know how much work goes into building competitive teams. We work hard providing the gear you need to celebrate the teams you love. Be your athlete's biggest fan in apparel from Varsity Inc. Come in today, 926 Main Street, Evanston.
Build your own juicy, mouth-watering hamburgers just like you do at home with 1, 2, or 3 patties at the Down Home Eatery. Also enjoy salads and sandwiches. Down Home Eatery is located on Highway 89. Dine in or carry out. Call 679-2002.
All right, we welcome you back here to the ballpark. The Stallions of Rock Springs and the Outlaws of Evanston. After the first half of the inning, Evanston comes away with 1 run scored, bringing Gavin Oliver all the way home after some help from Cohen Morrow, an RBI single. And Evanston's going to go ahead and take a 1-0 lead currently right now. We're going to see for the first time out here.
Worthy to note, Billy Peterson at shortstop made an amazing play on that third out. It was a slow chopper that kind of died in the infield grass just past the pitcher's mound, and he was able to catch it on the bounce. It was about a knee-high bounce. He gloves it cleanly, and in one motion picks it out of the glove, throws it over. So he had some trouble with those 2 errors in the first, but really, really made the play to end that inning.
Yeah, Billy Peterson, 2 errors, like you said, but seals the deal at the very end there. Evanston coming away with only 1 score. Got what you needed in terms of the if you're chalking things up to got to have at least 1 score, they get 1, and now Rock Springs has a chance to answer. First up, our pitcher for the evening for the Stallions, Maddox Ice, will be leading off. Hudson Gardner right behind him, and Sam Wheeler in the hole. So that is your top of the lineup for the Stallions. Elan, it's great to be here with you out at the ballpark, even though it's a tad bit windy. Gotta love baseball.
Absolutely.
Gotta love baseball.
Absolutely. And worthy to note, Gavin Oliver, the starter for Evanston, only 8 innings pitched this entire season, so still kind of an infant when it comes to his pitching season. As he gets ready to take on Maddox Ice as Ice Ice Baby plays from the loudspeaker at Paul J. Wataha Complex for his walk-up song.
So
kind of perfect.
You know, each pitcher will actually start at the top of the order for either one of these teams. So Gavin Oliver able to score and get a hit last time, so let's see what he can do the other way around. First pitch out and to the right for a ball 1 here in the complex. You know, it's the first time that we're seeing Gavin Oliver. Only 8 innings pitched, like you said. So
yeah, not a lot of experience on the mound in here, but we're still in the first month of the season. Still got 1 more week. Nice fastball from Gavin Oliver, swing and a miss.
Blazing
from,
fast,
Maddox
right
Ice.
down the pipe. Yep, that is a swing and a miss, and now we get a 1-1 count coming up here. Maddox Ice had the eye on that ball, gave it his all, but came up with nothing but air on that one.
Oliver just kind of pumped it past him, set him up with an off speed, and now we'll see where he goes this time.
Here we go. This one off the top of the bat, right up in the home plate, diving back for it and getting it. That is an out by Hank Allred. Thrown off the mask, going behind him, was initially going to be a foul ball about 10 feet behind the plate. That thing skyrocketed up in the air. Hank Allred throws the mask, gets his head up there, and is able to identify the white ball on the white clouds and comes away with comes away with the out. So 1 out, nobody on base, nothing coming up here as Hudson Gardner up to battle against Gavin Oliver.
Yeah, Gardner, one of those ideal top of the order type guys. His on base percentage is pretty high.
Breaking ball on that first pitch, catches the bottom left corner. 0-1 count here.
Again, 2 for 4 with 3 runs scored in the game. The 10-9 loss to number 1 ranked Cody in the single A.
Swing, and I believe that's a foul ball, getting the very top of the bat. It rolls behind, and now we're going to see Hudson Gardner down 0-2 quickly early on.
And the Outlaws, I think right now they want to make this a quick defensive inning. Try to build off of that 1 run that you've got, and really try to make your offensive innings last in the defensive innings.
Pitch in the
really
swing,
short.
Contact out to the shortstop, scooped up by Morrow, out to Bauer, and that's an out. That's the easy peasy lemon squeezy by the books kind of stuff, and that is out number 2. 1 more coming up for the inning.
And if I'm Coach Small, I'm very happy with how this game has started. Yes, we're only 2 batters in, but it's one of those deals where you're 2 on, 2 up, 2 down, and you've gotten a strikeout and you've gotten a good, solid defensive play something that Evanston has really been focusing on is on that infield play, and a great job by Cohen Morrow at shortstop to just kind of make that routine play.
Cohen Morrow, a key proponent to the defensive side for the Outlaws. First pitch coming up here, right at the pitcher and past his head, line drive out to Bauer, who has to get off the bag. Here's an error. Ball goes screaming behind him. Sam Wheeler shooting out to second, and he's going to be beat with the throw all the way from Hank Allred.
Okay, that was awesome. So first of all, that is a screamer heading for right center field. Great job by Ryan Baldwin at second to kind of corral that one down on the bounce. And then the throw goes wide to Bauer, but Bauer shows some hustle, gets it off, and they catch Wheeler as he's trying to stretch that single into a double, and it's 1-2-3 bang 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 inning, and we're off to the bottom or off to the second inning.
Well, that was a sight to behold. What was thought to be an error and for sure on base, and a quick throw and a wonderful move from Hank Allred is going to bring us up here to the bottom of the second. I'm Cody Olsen, and this is a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaw Baseball on 99.1 and mylocalradio.com.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
Welcome back here to Rock Springs as we get ready for the start of the second inning. I am Cody Olsen, joined here with a great friend and wonderful colleague and all-around good guy.
Aww.
I know, right? Elan Olliff. And after 1-2-3, you're done. Great defensive work by the Outlaws. We'll go ahead and recap what we saw. A foul ball behind the plate. Hank Allred able to throw off the mask and get out Maddox's ice after a foul chipped up into the air. Hudson Garner grounds out to the shortstop, and then Sam Wheeler trying to round first after an error that goes over and off the bag to the right, intended for Braxton Bauer. He tries to make it out to second base. Wheeler is beat by the throw by Hank Allred, and that's some defense right there. That's leading to a 1-2-3. You're done.
Well, that's textbook defense. I mean, the catcher knows that it's his job to cover wherever that ball is going on the corner just in case it does get away so he can get there quicker. But great job by really the defense of Evanston as Baldwin steps in to lead off the top of the second.
All right, here we go. Baldwin stepping off, and that's a swing and a miss. A little bit off balance. He tipped that one, I believe. So a little bit of an interesting move there at Maddox's
I would
eyes.
say he probably tipped it. It doesn't matter. It goes down as a strike. But
Ryan Baldwin up first, and this is the second pitch. This one's slow and high, and now we're going to get a 1-1 count. Ryan Baldwin up first, Brody Clifton on deck, and Damian Common in the hole. Nobody on base, and it's the top of the second, Elan.
Maddox Ice looking really good with that off speed. We'll see if he goes back to it.
Contact right to the shortstop. That one's scooped up off of Peterson. Redeems himself, and that's a ground out
there you go.
At first base. Peterson getting some good work there, and Baldwin will ground out. Following suit as to what Braxton Bauer did just an inning before.
Yeah, great job by Billy Peterson at shortstop. Again, we talked about how he had those two errors in the first, but he really cleaned it up to get that third out. Now he's kind of starting to get the feel of the game a little bit more.
All right, here we go. Up next, Brody Clifton. Brody came into the game last Tuesday late after a substitution and went 2 for 2, if my mind serves me correctly. He's facing down the gun of Maddox Ice, who launches. Here's the pitch. High. That one, nice. Breaking ball down low. I thought that thing was going to go high from my angle.
Nice 12-6 curve that just kind of drops down right at the very, very end there. And kind of fools Brody a little bit. Strike one.
All right, Brody fooled on the first one. Fool me once. Shame on me. 0-1 count. Second pitch coming up. This one contact down the third base line, and it's going to be foul. Foul ball as that tried to tightrope right down the third base line after it hit immediately in front of him. And now we're going to get an 0-2 count. Brody Clifton now having to battle himself and crawl out of a hole.
Yeah, and this is if you're Clifton, you just got to choke up and figure out a way to just get this ball in play and let the baseball gods kind of do their thing. Even if it's not great contact, he's fast enough to leg something out, but you got to give yourself a chance first.
Maddox Ice setting the lift and toss. This one far out and low to the right for ball 1. This is a 1-2 count. Good work from Brody Clifton for keeping an eye on that. I think was tempted for a second, but did not swing.
It was just a cutter that didn't quite make its break, and it goes outside. Great grab by Hudson Garner, though.
1 out, 1-2 count. Another pitch, this one low, and that is a strike looking in, and that is something to behold. Brody Clifton.
Nasty pitch, catches that inside corner.
All right, so 2 outs, and the Stallions returning the favor immediately after a quick 1-2-3 at the bottom of the first. Up to bat here, Damian Common. Maddox Ice not wasting any time, looking right down the barrel of the gun. Down it goes, and to the right is swing and a miss for Damian Common.
That was one of those ones where Common was just like, I want this pitch, and just maybe wanted it a little bit too much.
Yep, that thing broke down and low to the right. Common just a little bit inside of it. 0-1 counts. Second pitch coming up here for Ice. This one inside. That was close. 1-1.
Ice is really working well with that inside fastball that's catching the inside part of the zone. We've seen him go high corner, low corner to that inside part to all these right-handed batters. We'll see if he goes there again.
Right-handed pitcher and out to the right for ball number 2. 2-1 count, and Maddox Ice getting a little bit of confidence, it feels like. A little bit of momentum coming his way, and Damian Common, the final line of defense before the end of the inning.
We've also seen Common working some breaking balls. We'll see if that comes in with the off-speed.
Pitch and swing and a miss, and now we have a ballerina count here as we teeter on the end of the offensive portion for the Outlaws here at the top of the second.
What is it called, the ballerina count?
It's 2-2. I know, I had that epiphany in the booth
I remember
last
that
time.
last week.
Next pitch coming up and low, and that is the second strike out. Looking, Maddox Ice coming away with some highlights there. That's the top of the second. No scores. No runs scored for Evanston. We're going to come back to you on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaw Baseball on 99.1 and mylocalradio.com.
This is Colt Hamilton with Rocky Mountain Yeti Evanston. I'm excited to announce our new Legendary Leadership Award. Each month we are going to be giving away $1,000 to a local legendary leader. We need your nominations. We want to start giving back to people that have stepped up to keep our community thriving. Nominate anyone from leaders among our schools, healthcare workers, first responders, and so on. Who do you know that has made an impact in our community? Together, let's recognize and reward people that have made a difference in your lives. Email me your nominations at leaders@RockyMountainYetiEvanston.com or click the link below. Again, that's leaders@RockyMountainYetiEvanston.com.
Whether you're a high school student or a community member looking for change, let Uinta Bosie's #1 and Western Evanston Outreach help you get started. Career opportunities await you when you further your education. Programs include workforce training, college credit for high school students, and college and career readiness. What are you waiting for? Find your passion. Enroll today. Call 789-5742 or email info@uintaeducation.org.
We welcome you back to the Union Broadcast booth. Everything else is just internet. Cody Olsen and Elan Olliff coming to you live from Rock Springs as we get ready for the bottom of the second. Evanston leads 1-0 after a score in the first, and two half innings back-to-back, 3 and outs. Defensive battle happening here, and some impressive pitching work being seen from Gavin Oliver and Maddox Ice.
Only 1 inning in, but you liked what you saw in that first inning. Now Evanston's just got to – if this is going to be one of those games where runs are going to be extremely difficult to come by, you like where you're standing, especially with your defense, but you got to continue to play that defense.
All right, Jaden Hunt up to bat first against Gavin Oliver. Billy Peterson behind him, and Andrew Rondinelli in the hole. A strike 1, and that thing broke and came down right smack dab in the middle. 0-1 count here after being looked through. Jaden Hunt.
Beautiful pitch by Gavin Oliver.
Oliver at the chest. Pitch launched. That's contact down the left sideline into left field. Out in caught. That is an out, and that thing launched and right into left field coming out. Damian Common had to grab it from
beautiful read by Damian Common. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. It was beautiful read by Common.
Just to give you an idea, the wind is now blowing kind of right in the faces of, kind of across corner of the right field to the third base dugout, and that ball was hit right into the wind. Common looks up, and he had to run almost a mile to try to track that one down, but a great catch by Common in foul territory.
1 out, nobody on base. First pitch for Billy Peterson, caught, fly ball into center field, running up to grab it, a diving catch from Walker Wilson, and a sliding catch. What a wonderful time. Yeah, get that on Sports Center there. So 2 really quick outs, a fly out to left field, now a fly out to center field. Walker Wilson and Damian Common getting in on the action here.
We've seen Walker just that's starting to become a move for him. He just runs up, and if he doesn't think he can get there on his feet, he slides down and makes the grab on the ground.
2 outs. And Andrew Rondinelli watches the first pitch inside for ball number 1.
Outlaws really flashing the leather this game so far.
There we go. Second pitch coming up. Off and watching that one high. So 2 balls given up by Gavin Oliver here. Great defensive work by the Outlaws so far after 2 flyouts into left and center field. Andrew Rondinelli watches the third pitch. 1 inside, 1 high, and the third one low, and now we have a 3-0 count and a potential chance to walk.
That was just simply kind of Oliver kind of put a lot into that one. It almost looked like he was falling off the mound as he delivered that one and just kind of missed his spot a little bit.
Batters count, launch, and didn't swing at all, and that catches the bottom right corner, getting it on target now. 3-1 is the count here in the bottom of the second. 2 outs, nobody on base. Andrew Rondinelli trying to even up the score here. Evanston leads 1-0. Second pitch after that one, and that one's out to the right. So hitting every side of the corner in the first walk of the ball game.
Yeah, now 2 down, though. You like where you're at if you're Evanston because you've taken away the sacrifice bunt, you've taken away the sacrifice fly, you've taken away all other options to advance that runner. So you're not panicking about having that runner on first, but if you're Rock Springs, you're thinking, all right, let's try to get something out of this inning.
Rondinelli gets on first, and we spoke about it a little bit, the importance of limiting those walks for the Outlaws on the season. Here's the first pitch coming up, and a golf swing high up above, and that's going into the dugout. Foul ball, and that's going to be an 0-1 count. Up to bat here, Adrian Beardsley wastes absolutely no time, swings low and launches that thing high up in the air as the sun peeks through the clouds and smiles upon us little humans here on Earth and gives us a little bit of warmth. It's good stuff here. We talked a little bit about the walks, Elan. It's important pitching by committee, the Outlaws, trying to find that maturity and to keep their defense in the game, and that starts with pitching here.
Yeah, and pitching starts with first pitch strikes.
Ball right off a chopper, gonna go ahead and get all the way out to the mound, and that one's gonna be quick. We're gonna get a call off, and it's gonna be foul ball off of the leg of our batter here, Adrian Beardsley. Now, we were a little bit behind the call here, so it came off the bottom of his bat, and it must have hit him, only rode 3 feet in front of him, and Gavin Oliver sprints all the way up, grabs it, and throws him out at first, and then after the play, our infield umpire calls it off and says it's a foul ball.
0-2 count now.
0-2 count, man on first. That's Andrew Rondinelli. Gavin Oliver launches, and this one goes low off of the foot of Hank Allred. Allred just corrals it enough, and that is enough for Rondinelli to make it out to second base.
Still a payoff pitcher's count here for the Outlaws with Gavin Oliver. We'll see what he does here, but it is worth a note the 2 strikes are fouls.
1-2 count. Another contact, and that bounces off of the forearm after it shoots off to the ground, and Beardsley has had 2 rocket off of him so far here. Doesn't feel very good, I imagine, Elan.
No, not the best feeling, but
at least he's putting contact on the ball.
Yeah. What they talk about is timing. He's getting the timing down of the pitcher, And if Oliver kind of mixes up the timing, either throws a breaking ball or a fastball, it could cause some problems.
Here's the pitch and contact out to third, and then the play is
What
at
a
first.
grab.
A grab and out, and Bauer grabs that one, beats
Hoover.
The ball, beats Beardsley to the bag.
Hoover on a knee-high bounce, catches it, brings it into the glove, throws it across the diamond to first base for out number 3. So Evanston still in the lead of this one.
All right, well, that is the end of the second inning, and we're having a defensive battle here, ladies and gentlemen. Evanston leads 1-0. We'll come back here on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaw Baseball on mylocalradio.com and 99.1 KNYN.
Now you can get your oil changed, have minor repairs made to your vehicle, and get it completely detailed at one location in one appointment. T-Bar Body Shop in Evanston does body work and more, a lot more. If you need to have a trailer rewired, your brakes replaced, a chip repaired in your windshield, or your windshield replaced, you can get it all done at T-Bar Body Shop. This is the manager, Jeremy Rex, inviting you to stop in for a free quote today. T-Bar Body Shop, 515 County Road. Let T-Bar fix your car.
Dad, did you know that the iris of your eye is more unique than your fingerprint?
Yes, I did. I learned that in optometry school. I'm Dr. Trent Clooney with Uinta Eye and Vision, where we understand that every eye is unique. We are dedicated to carrying on the tradition of great vision care in Evanston. Quality care like I received growing up here. I care about your individual and unique eye health. With over a decade of experience, I'm excited to return to Evanston and once again cheer on the Evanston Red Devils.
Call my dad at Uinta Eye and Vision to schedule an appointment. 307-789-3937.
Welcome you back to the Union Broadcast booth. Everything else is just internet. And we also want to welcome you to the third inning, sponsored by Uinta Eye and Vision. Our vision is to improve yours. Up to bat here is Ryan Hoover. Ryan Hoover watching that ball come in, and that is going to be an 0-1 count. Hoover at the very bottom of the batting order, and on deck Gavin Oliver. A 1-0 count. Second pitch, and Hoover grabs that one out to the shortstop, and this is the next time Billy Peterson is able to scoop it off of himself, but not in time. That ball rolled off of his left forearm, uses his athleticism to grab it back up again while he falls forward and throws it out to first base. Pasolar not able to get it out in time. Hoover makes it to first.
Peterson getting a bit of a workout over that shortstop, and that was just simply him getting speed jammed. He tried to glove it too quickly, and he was doing it on a dead run, running out from his shortstop position in front of the second base bag to field it, and he just simply gets speed jammed. All you got to do is take a deep breath, calm down, let the play happen, and that could be an out, but Evanston with the leadoff runner again.
All right, Gavin Oliver up to bat, a single last time, made it all the way home, the only run of the ball game. Gavin Oliver swinging a miss, and that one's leaving Hoover out in no man's land, and Hoover cannot get to the bag in time, tagged out at first.
I completely missed that. I mean, Hoover must have gotten a little bit off of first base, and Pasolar just said, hey, come get it over here. And that just erases that leadoff runner for the Outlaws.
So a throw after a swing and a miss all the way out to first base, and Pasolar able to tag Hoover before he can come back.
Great heads-up play by Hudson Garner, though.
Gardner able to keep his head on a swivel, and now Gavin Oliver with one out and an 0-1 count staring down the barrel. Pitch, and that one's contact off the top of the bat, rolls out to third, past the third baseman. Billy Peterson scoops it up with the bare hand, cannot get there in time, decides to eat it, and Gavin Oliver is going to go 2 for 2 on the day, out to first.
So that'll be a reach on an error, so that it will be, I don't think that's a hit for the Outlaws. We'll see what they call it. I think that's going to be an error.
Might be something. We'll see. So runner on first and up to bat. Up to bat, Walker Wilson flew out in the infield, out to first last time. 0-0 is the count, and off the bag comes Maddock Ice to reset. Sliding back to save himself is Gavin Oliver.
Yeah, Gavin over there at first saw what happened to Ryan earlier, and I think now they know that they can't get relaxed on the base paths. They got to be attentive, and they got to pay close attention.
Walker Wilson, flying out in the infield out to first last time, really wanting to get contact, get this thing a little lower. He caught it just underneath last time, and it was on his first pitch too, so Walker Wilson eyes that one down and low to the right, catches the corner for an 0-1 count.
Gavin looked like he was going to do something, but he hustles back to the bag. And Maddox he's got his attention. Maddox just kind of looked over at first like, hey, just so you know.
I'm watching you, and Gardner has got a cannon for an arm, looking over at first and then setting at the right ear. Sets himself. The pitch. Swing and a miss outside to the right. 0-2 count.
Good off-speed pitch. Had Walker in front of it just a touch. And just like that, you're looking at out number 2, but you got Hank Allred standing on deck. If you could somehow get a runner in scoring position with Hank Allred up, that would really help the Outlaws, especially since that W word has done the thing that I'm not going to say it's doing because I don't want to jinx it.
Next pitch coming up here from Maddox Ice. 0-2 count. Walker Wilson looking to battle. Pitch and close. Ooh. That was close. It's going to be called outside of the zone.
Just up high. Just up high. If it missed, it did not miss by much. Hudson Gardner, though, definitely tried to bring it back into the zone, that art of framing. But umpire says, nope, that's up, that's out.
1-2 count, and shaving the edges of the zone here. Pitch coming up from Ice, setting up again at his ear.
Walker wants a timeout.
Walker decides to raise his hand and take a little bit of a breather, looks down the third base line to Coach Hoover. Todd Hoover rocking the helmet and giving the signs out to everybody, including to our man on base, Gavin Oliver, who reached on an error not a couple minutes ago.
Got to hit if you're Walker. 1-2 count.
Ice. Launches. And that one's caught on a line drive right in front of center field on the one hot bounce, scooped up, and that is going to be a single moving forward. Here, Walker Wilson makes it to first base.
Good piece of hitting. Get the bloop single for Walker Wilson. And now with the runner in scoring position, you've got we talked about in the pregame show, most productive offensive player, Hank Allred.
Hank Allred is going to roll up to the plate here. Flew out to center field last time. You know, he can get it out there, and he's going to swing hard. He has runners on first and second in scoring position. Really dangerous moment here, and you want to be careful if you're the Stallions.
Only one down, too, so there's a litany of options here for the Outlaws to move those runners even closer.
0-0.
Ooh, wow.
And that one broke inside, and that one will find the zone for an 0-1 count.
That one was so far inside that Hank even pulled like the little move away, but it just kind of broke right back into the window at the perfect time.
1 out, 0-1 count, runners on first and second. Hank Allred up to bat. The Maddox Ice, who looks back at second base and then back to home plate, getting the double take a couple times. The pitch, Hank Allred catches that one high up in the air, and that one's going to be caught here right on the first base line, and that one's going to fall foul. A little bit of a miscommunication between Maddox Ice and Hudson Gardner. That thing caught in the wind high above
just
home plate.
Ice runs from the pitcher's mound to the halfway down the first base line, stretches out the glove, and it just drops out in front of him.
Yep, and I called it before it happened. I thought it was going to be caught, and it's going to be an error. So Hank Allred, now at to bat, and he's batting for his life now with an 0-2 count. Hank Allred, bat behind his head. It's a low. The bat almost rests on his shoulder. He's very relaxed in his stance, and
Ice is definitely being a little distracted there by Oliver at second. He just stepped off and just kind of eyed him back to the base.
So a little bit of paranoia, a little bit of stress happening here. Maddox Ice trying to hold back the waters of what could potentially be something here. As ball number 2, or rather number 1, goes inside. Another ball that tried to break back in, but did not catch that time.
That almost looked like the same pitch that he started him out with, where Hank kind of backed out and it fell back in the zone. This time it didn't break into the window, and it goes down as ball 1.
All right, here we go. 1-2 count, and what should have been an out, and now Hank Allred has been given a second chance at life. The pitch. Inside, and that one's caught foul. Rockets behind him.
Just kind of gets a little bit of the bat on it, just enough to keep himself back in the batter's box. We talked about trying to dial down timing, and that's what Hank Allred's trying to do with Maddox Ice. Maddox has done a good job mixing up that off-speed, mixing up that curveball, mixing up the fastball. And now when you're doing that, a lot of batters their goal number one is just to get the timing down, and that's exactly what Hank, I think, is trying to do.
Hank Allred still batting for his life. 1-2 count, 1 out, runner on first and second. Ice. The pitch, outside and to the right.
Good layoff by Hank. Easily could have offered at that one, and had he done it, he probably would be stretching out, and if he connected, it probably would have gone straight to the second baseman and resulted in an out, but he lays off of it and equals the count at 2.
You could tell that Hank wanted that one bad, decided to sacrifice and eat it. Still, now we have a 2-2 count. Ice, eyes back to second base. The pitch down the middle, and Hank with the blooper above second base, and the bases are going to rotate here.
It's just a single, but man, what a great hit by Hank Allred. Just kind of loops that one, and the wind caught it. It looked like it was going towards center field, but the wind caught it and just sharply turned it. Have you ever seen a ball turn that sharply before? It was an extremely sharp turn, and now you got bases loaded for Cohen.
Yep.
With 1 out.
Cohen Morrow is going to come up to the plate, 1 out, bases loaded, like Elan just said. And, to recap a little bit what we saw there, that ball must have had so much spin on it. Something, hand of God or something like that. That thing just died right as soon as it went above the head
turn
of Andrew Rondinelli. And now we're going to get a little bit of a timeout on the mound here as the Stallions are looking at bases loaded. The Outlaws in position now to break this open.
It's worthy to note that the flag is pointing in the direction that ball turned. So, and that one just barely nipped over the glove. Andrew Rondinelli had to jump on it, tried to leap up and get it, and it just nips over his glove, barely clears the clay, drops down in the shallowest right field grass you could find, and a great single by Hank Allred.
All right, and now Cohen Morrow with a golden opportunity here, 1 out. Clean slate, struts up to the plate, right-handed hitter.
And here's the situation. With only 1 down, all Cohen needs to do is put this in the outfield somehow. Even if it's caught, you're going to see Gavin tag up, and then he'll head home, and the Outlaws will have a 2-0 lead.
Gavin Oliver chomping at the bit to kind of get things going. First pitch high above the head of Morrow, who has to duck a little bit to try and avoid that one. 1-0 count.
Cohen had a really good showing at the state track meet in pole vault.
Nice.
So
Cohen Morrow, a
four-sport
man
athlete.
of many talents. Second pitch down and inside, and having to duck out of the way of that one. So 2 balls inside, and now Cohen Morrow in the driver's seat.
You can't hit Cohen and you can't walk him. You've got to pitch to him because there's nowhere to put him. You do that, and Evanston's going to get that run either way.
Ice with the pitch down and to the right, went opposite of the zone, and that catches Cohen Morrow reaching with the swing and a miss.
2 balls, 1 strike. Lot of room between center field and right field. Looks like you've got Wheeler kind of shaded over a little bit towards left.
Another ball here, and now we get a 3-1 count, and this could culminate to something very interesting here. You got to get something in the zone, or you're giving something up.
You got to pitch to him, or you're going to give that run up.
All right, Maddox Ice with the windup, down and to the right, catches Cohen Morrow, reaching, and we have a full count. Elan, that was going to be a ball. It was going to be out to the right, and Cohen Morrow wanted it so bad, reached on it, and now we get the anticipation leading up to this moment.
Big at bat, full count, bases loaded, only 1 down, so we will see Braxton Bauer.
Ice with the pitch down the middle, right at Ice, contact. It will go out to center right field. That's going to be fielded by Wheeler, going to beat it back inside, and it's going to be a 2 RBI single for Cohen Morrow. He launched that thing right back at the face of Maddox Ice, zoomed past his ear, and it skedaddles grounding out into center right field.
And you still got runners at scoring position for Braxton Bauer with 1 down. So the Outlaws, this is an inning you can build off of. This is something where you can kind of hang up a crooked number, and with the defense you're playing, really kind of start to. We heard in the pregame show Coach Small talk about finishing.
Yep.
And now that you have a decent lead, 3-run lead, and if you can somehow get 4 or 5 here, that's what finishing looks like, is continue to play that tight defense you played all game.
All right, well, 2-run score here. Evanston jumps out to a 3-0 lead at the top of the third. And, Elan, I cannot help but remind you and our listeners that Evanston came out to a 7-0 lead at the top of the first last time we played here. And Rock Springs came screaming back. So we'll see what we got here. First pitch, and Braxton Bauer watches that one.
Wow.
I thought that one was going to be out, but it, I guess, comes back inside for an 0-1 count.
Yeah, Maddox Ice has got that deceptive inside breaking ball working really well, especially to these right-handers. And that's all Evan's got is some right-handers. I don't think there's a lefty on the team this year.
I don't think so either. Maddox Ice, I mean, he's nailed that thing. Just catching the inside, going close, shaving the batter here. Second pitch, and that one far out to the right side, and that one scooped up by Hudson Gardner. They're both fantastic. I just get them out mixed up sometimes. Yep. Gardner eyes second and ices everybody back on the bag.
Can you believe they played together on a fall, I think it was a fall travel team that Hudson Gardner and Hank Allred played together. Talk about a massive talent behind the plate.
Stacked talent behind the plate, no kidding. 1-1 count, the pitch, and that one's inside. Contact again, screaming past second base out to right field, scooped up here on the grounder. And that one's going to bring all the way home Hank Allred. Hank Allred will score on the RBI single.
Great piece of hitting there by Bauer. It'd be really, really easy to do too much in that position, knowing, hey, it's only one down. I got runners in scoring position, but all he does is just kind of reach, put the bat to ball, put it in that gap, goes opposite field, put it in the gap between first and second, and now Ryan Baldwin has got a golden opportunity with runners on the corners.
Up to bat here, Ryan Baldwin, who ground out to the shortstop, Billy Peterson, last time at bat in the second inning. And now the last couple batters have been able to make their way home. Cohen Morrow, the only one stranded left out on third. Braxton Bauer on first. 4-0 and a pitch inside, and that one's going to bounce off of third base. And here we go. It's going to be a shot down to the page. And that one off of an error. Cohen Morrow will make it home. Another score comes in and another run added to the tally for the Evanston Outlaws.
I was really, really nervous because Jaden Hunt did a really good job stopping that from rolling into the outfield. And then he tried to scoop it up with the glove and couldn't get a handle on it. And then that gave Cohen the opportunity to come home.
So after Ryan Hoover, after getting on first base, is tagged out at the very top of the inning, Evanston now has had 4 straight runs come home. Braxton Bauer located on second, and a pitch inside right down the middle for Ryan Baldwin. That's going to be the first one and the first strike here on the 0-1 count.
I think we're missing a pitch somewhere because that was a pitch that went to Gardner, then Gardner threw it to third to try to check up on the runner.
I think so. We might be looking at a 1-1 count here as the wind whips across the field from west to east. Pitch again far outside to the right. It almost looked like the wind aided in getting that thing out of the strike zone.
Waiting for the umpire to give us an official signal on what the count is.
He's not going to give it to you
yet.
I think it's 2-1.
I think you're right.
I believe it's 2-1. Maddox Ice eyeing back Braxton Bauer on second, launching, and that one caught on the very top of the bat and the inside, scooped up by Billy Peterson.
He dropped the ball.
And the ball from Peterson intended for Jaden Hunt for a tag out at third. Dropping the ball, Braxton Bauer advances on another error.
And that was just one of those ones where they had Bauer at third, and then they just kind of I don't know what happened. I guess you just have to say Jaden Hunt kind of didn't have it secured, and then when he tried to apply the tag and move that glove really swiftly, the ball just falls out of the ground. So they were trying to get Bauer at third, but that didn't work out very well for him as the wind is starting to really pick up here.
Yeah, fielder's choice on that decision allows Ryan Baldwin to make it out to first. So we got runner on first and on third. Clean slate coming up here for Brody Clifton. Damian Common right after him. Ryan Hoover might have a chance. Bunt shown, and that one goes foul behind Brody Clifton.
Worth to know, only one down, so still a lot of options on the table for the Outlaws. I would imagine, though, if there is a bunt laid down, you might see, well, I don't know, because you don't have a force out. Well, actually, yeah, you do, because a runner has to go to second. you'd have a force out at second. I don't think you have a force out at home. I think if they bunt, you're going to probably see Bauer just plant at third. But who knows?
Brody Clifton, after the attempted bunt, goes foul behind himself. Maddox Ice trying to come back and get back on the saddle. 0-1, 1 out. Evanston up 5-0. Another bunt shown by Clifton. That one goes straight back to the mound. It's going to be a throw out. No, an error again. And that one, we're going to get a call. Rounding the bases goes Brody Clifton, who made contact at first base. They're going to have to get that ball back into play as that thing flew way out down the line and almost into the dugout of Evanston.
Man, that collision between Clifton and
Pasolar.
Pasolar at first was a little scary there.
Another error.
2 more come in, and the Outlaws are starting to break away here. But again, you said it. We saw them score 7 in the top of the first last time. They scored 6 now, up 7. And this Rock Springs team came back and won that game. So don't get excited if you're the Outlaws, but don't think that this is done. This is now what Coach talked about. You got to learn to finish now.
Damian Common catches foul ball as it screams behind the plate, hitting the backing here. 0-1 count. Brody Clifton, you're right, ran right into Pasolar as that ball just went a little bit above his head. Pasolar had to be right on the bag.
Well, it wasn't, we got to be careful. It wasn't a run into him. It was one of those deals where Pasolar was going where the throw was taking him, and Clifton was going for the base to get there.
Absolutely. It's just a contact at the point of different angles. Common check swung, and that one goes foul. If he would have put any more effort into that thing.
I think, he checked, swinged that one, and it goes off his bat and foul. So what is it with when we come to Rock Springs? We get these weird fouls.
I don't know.
Fouled off the handle, fouled
off the top of the bat.
Yeah,
fouled off. Well, if you're able to watch this, for our radio listeners, Damian Common had it, and he just stopped, almost pulled back the momentum, and it just kind of went foul down the first base line. Maddox Ice looks back on second. Pitch, and Common got caught swinging. That is a strikeout there.
That's 2 down now, and the Outlaws still looking pretty good with the runner in scoring position.
And Ryan Hoover, who was the initial out at the top of the 3rd inning here, is now at the very top of the batting order back again. And Ryan Hoover here, second time looking at Maddox Ice in this inning. Hoover with 2 outs, top of the 3rd, and that one really close. That shaved his Achilles. As he turned away, that thing came back inside. 1-0 count.
I like the jerseys Outlaws are doing tonight. The white kind of fading down to blue and around the shirt tail.
Double whites by either team today also. Yeah. Hoover steps into it, and that one clocked foul, line drive way out into the other field, located to our right.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike, just like...
sorry.
You're good. Elan just wants to call it.
Sorry, where's habit?
Okay, 1 ball, 1 strike. Brody Clifton showing a little bit, leading off of second. Maddox Ice eyes him back down. Here's the pitch. Hoover catches it on the inside, close to the handle of the bat. That one goes foul behind him. So 1 more pitch potentially for Maddox Ice. Could end the inning here, what has been an onslaught of offensive...
they talk about hanging up a crooked number. 6 is a pretty crooked number for the Outlaws.
Ice holds at the ear. The pitch out and reached by Hoover. That one goes down and line drive down the first base line. It will go foul. Hoover just a little bit late on that one.
He really reached for that one, and it was one of those ones where he reached for it and just kind of caught contact and it popped away.
Yep.
If the wind isn't blowing towards the first base dugout, there's a chance that drops fair, but not today.
Possibly. Ice again in position. Eyes Clifton on second, launches inside, and Hoover catches the very top of that ball, foul, right back onto home plate and rolls behind himself.
Again, the Outlaws definitely starting to kind of dial in that timing from ice right now. I think Coach Rondinelli, no action in the bullpen right now, but I think Coach Rondinelli is realizing, hey, this is the second time that most of them have seen him. If Gavin Oliver, who's on deck, gets to extend the inning, then that'll be the third time that he's seen him, so we'll see what happens.
Pitch, and Hoover goes down swinging. That one breaks down low, and Hoover will end after the strikeout. Maddox Ice gets out and away. Your score on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, Evanston up 7-0 as we get ready for the bottom of the third on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaw Baseball on 99.1 KNYN and mylocalradio.com.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Whatever takes you to Evanston, whether it's high school sports, a teaching conference, music festivals, speech and debate, or your job, always book your hotel reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With 165 ground-level rooms on 10 acres, the Best Western offers everything you need, including newly renovated rooms, a business office, workout room, outdoor pool, and full-service restaurant, plus complimentary breakfast with every stay. Whenever you're in Evanston, make your hotel reservations with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
We welcome you back to the Union Broadcast booth. Everything else is just internet. Cody Olsen and Elan Olliff coming to you at the bottom of the third inning, brought to you by Uinta Eye and Vision. Our vision is to improve yours. Elan, what have you seen so far in terms of this third inning from the Outlaws?
Well, what I'm seeing is I think what a lot of Outlaw fans have been waiting to see. We know this team can hit. We know this team can put up runs similar to the teams of the past that have done really, really well at the state tournament. And it's really good to see them kind of put that crooked number up. Now we touched on it earlier. Last time we were here, Outlaws go up 7-0. Rock Springs responds with 7 of their own. Evanston goes up 8-7, and then Rock Springs continues to outscore the Outlaws 11-0 the rest of the way. So I think now if you're the Outlaw defense, you're thinking, all right, not only do we have to hold this up, we have to keep putting pressure on them.
Absolutely. First pitch intended here. Gavin Oliver leads that one out and to the left as a lefty hitter, Hudson Pasolar, up to bat first for the Stallions. Behind him, Dickinson and Maddox Ice to get to the top of the order after that.
And the lefty kind of changes things a little bit.
And that one off the top of the bat, blooped high up in the infield, caught by third baseman Ryan Hoover, who came up into the grass and grabbed that one right in front of Cohen Morrow, and that's going to be the first out of the inning.
And one thing that we've seen those Outlaw teams that played great defense in the past do that we just saw there, great communication. Ryan immediately ran up, got his spot, held his arms out to wave everybody off, and then brought it in for out number one.
Decent Dickinson up to bat here for the Stallions, the right-handed hitter. Next one high on the pitch, 1-0 count from Gavin Oliver, who's been stellar so far in this game. He's been incredible, keeping the Stallions on their toes, absolutely. Second pitch right at the chest, and the set launch out to the right, bottom right that is, out of the zone, 2-0.
Outlaws, they retired 4 of the last 5 batters in a row.
2-0. Next pitch, a swing and a miss, and that one high has Dickinson a little bit off balance, reaching above at his chest. Another fast, screaming pitch high on the fastball there from Gavin Oliver.
Oliver decided to push the gas pedal down on that one.
Oliver fighting the wind, another pitch high at the chest, but inside this time. We get a 31 count here as Dickinson has swung once and watched 3 of them go outside the zone. 7-0, Evanston out in front, nobody on base, 1 out. And that one, a ball at the feet of Dickinson, and he's going to get walked out to first base. Maddox Ice will come up to bat at the top of the order for the Stallions.
Outlaws definitely have the chance to do the inning-ending double play right now. If there's a grounder that's at Cohen-Morrow, watch for that to happen.
Absolutely. Dickinson on first base is going to get a little bit of a lead off here. Gavin Oliver, eyes across his left shoulder, sets himself and launches down the middle, and that one's tipped off the very top of the bat, goes foul right behind for an 0-1 count. Maddox Ice flew out in the infield after a fantastic play from Hank Allred, who ripped off the mask, had to go foul ball behind him, able to grab that one.
He had to track that one for a while, too. It kind of swirled up high for a minute. It was also really cloudy, so getting the ball, that white ball in the white clouds could not have been easy.
Maddox Ice gets a free shave as that ball goes just inside, does not catch the zone. We get a 1-1 count. Dickinson on first, 1 out at the bottom of the third. Gavin Oliver again setting up at the belly button. Lift and pitch inside the zone. Breaking ball down and to the right. Maddox Ice thought that thing was going to go out. Did not, and now we have a 1-2 count.
Good looking pitch there by Oliver. Oliver just kind of making that pitch break away from the right-handed hitting Maddox Ice.
Ice with a pitcher's count here. Launching low, and that one stopped. Good defensive stop as that ball had the potential to run back behind.
That was another one. That was the second time we've seen Oliver throw one so hard that he kind of falls off the mound a little bit. Got some action going on in the Evanston bullpen. Nothing serious, just three players actually kind of throwing it around. We'll see if anything comes of that.
Oliver, the pitch, and that one caught high above second base and launching. Baldwin goes back and backpedals and grabs that one as that thing tried to just drop behind him, got that back pedal, and he's able to scoop that one up. Second out of the inning.
And again, great communication. You saw him look back at right fielder Brody Clifton and let him know, I got it. He's backpedaling too and makes the grab. That's just a really good veteran play from a solid veteran here on this Outlaw squad.
2 outs, runner on first, up to bat here, Hudson Gardner. Nice. Strike one as that thing just hits the right side of the zone. You could see Hudson Gardner reach for it, but decided not to offer. 0-1 count.
A nice breaking ball by Oliver that just kind of nipped the outside part of the window.
Oliver second one, that one low at the knees inside for ball number 1. Split count for Oliver.
Again, Oliver throwing through that one so hard, he kind of looked like he was tripping off the mound a little bit.
Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard reads 7-0 in favor of the Outlaws. Contact made foul above the first base dugout by Gardner. That one launching high above into the next field over. We have a 1-2 count here as Hudson Gardner has made contact once and now stares down and stares down Gavin Oliver. Oliver again sets at the belly button, the lift and launch inside, and another foul ball almost in the exact same place, high above the first base dugout. 2 outs, bottom of the third, Evanston up 7-0, and right now Hudson Gardner reeling it in, putting a bead on this. Potential to end the inning or to get something going for the Stallions. Set, pitch, and swing and a mic, and a strikeout. Hudson Gardner will be sat down, and Oliver will continue his hot streak as we get ready for the 4th. We'll get ready there on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaw Baseball here on MyLocalRadio.com and KNYN.
Whether you're working with a realtor or you're selling your home by owner, the title company you choose really matters. They handle all the research to make sure there aren't any bad surprises like hidden liens, unpaid taxes, forgery, easement restrictions, or access issues. At First American Title, the staff has a combined 140 years of experience and a 98% excellent customer service rating. Make the right choice. Choose to close with First American Title, 1048 Main Street, Evanston.
Music is a path to lifelong learning and knowledge of self and culture. When we sing or create music, we use all parts of the brain and supports healthy social development. Music training can improve recall and retention of verbal information, advance math achievement, boost reading and language art skills, and even increase the average SAT scores. Music's fun. Lessons can be in person or online.
This is Mindy Olliff, owner of Piano with Mindy K. I teach students from 3 to adult. Visit pianowithmindyk.com today for more information or to sign up for lessons.
Back here in the Union broadcast booth, Cody Olsen and Elan Olliff coming to you live from Rock Springs as Evanston has jumped out to a 7-0 lead after some great defensive work from Gavin Oliver and company. And also on the offensive side of the ball, Elan, in that last inning, we had a stretch that went Gavin Oliver all the way down to Ryan Baldwin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs in a row. And now back up to the top of the list, Gavin Oliver will lead off again here at the top of the 4th inning.
I got to say, we got a young PA announcer going on right now here at Paul J. Wataha Complex. There's a future for that young man.
Absolutely.
He is like nailing these
Make
things.
it happen. Maddox Ice with the first pitch here of the inning. Launching and swinging a miss down low. Gavin Oliver reaching on that one. 0-1 will be the start off.
Yeah, chased it just a little bit, kind of swung down low. I think the Outlaws are starting to see blood in the water a little bit, so it's definitely one of those things where you got to keep an eye on
That one off the top of the bat, right to the mound, and easily thrown out at first base. Pasolar grabs it and steps back there. Gavin Oliver will ground out to the pitcher. And the little bloop, little thing died
Kinda
right in front of the
hopper,
mound.
yeah.
A hopper. That's a good word for it, Ewan. Thanks. A hopper. A hopper. You know, Bug's Life, evil villain. That kind of hopper. All right. A ground out from Gavin Oliver. Up next, Walker Wilson on deck. Hank Allred and Cohen Morrow in the hole. First pitch is going to be a ball from Maddox Ice. Walker Wilson eyeing that thing out. Second one, really quick transition. Pitch and close. Close on that one. Was almost a swing, but Walker Wilson able to pull that thing back in time. 2 nada is your count, your pitch count.
2 nada. I don't think I've ever heard a pitch count called 2 nada.
Well, you've never heard me call a baseball game before, so there's a first for everything. 2-0. Third pitch, and that one's down, a swing and a miss. A little bit of spin on the dirt. Walker Wilson will be facing a 2-1 count now at the top of the 4th.
All right, now we got the sun poking out, which could cause some issues, especially for that center fielder. Sun is kind of hanging off a little bit towards left field, but it is kind of right in the eyes of that center fielder.
Ice. The lift and pitch inside. 31 count is what we're going to be looking at here as 1 out to start the inning. Gavin Oliver grounds out to the pitcher. Now Walker Wilson coming away. He will
thought he was
catches
going
the
for
bottom right corner, and Walker Wilson was in his little false start right there.
Yep.
5-yard penalty if we were in a different type of sport. Full count. Maddox Ice throwing it far
Now
out
he
to the
gets
right,
it.
and now he will get it. That one a little bit too far outside. Walker Wilson is walked out to first.
Good battle, though. Wilson was up most of that battle, but really kind of set things up. Now Hank Allred with a good opportunity here.
Hank Allred with a single last time up to bat. He flew out to center field. He's 1 for 2 on the day. And you can tell that Hank Allred is just dying to launch one of these things across the fence. And the wind right now, I'm knocking on wood, has died at the moment. So, Matt, I'm gonna get the cheers from everybody. Contact out to second base and a quick throw out to first, and that one close. That was milliseconds was going to be the difference between that one. Hank Allred will get grounded out.
The runner does move over, so that's important there. As Cohen Morrow, he's had a great game. Cohen is, I believe, he's 2 for 2 on the day, or with more than a few RBIs.
Cohen Morrow with the 2 RBI last time up at bat. Off of
a little bit of an error from Rock Springs last time up. 2 outs, runner on second, Maddox Ice. Again on his right ear, sets and looks back on second, launches inside, and a little bit of a quick reaction from Cohen Morrow saves his knees, as that will be ball number 1.
Runner on scoring position, Walker Wilson, some speed there, so a single, especially if it's hit over in that right field gap, could potentially score Walker over at second.
Cohen Morrow, 2 for 2 on the day. Second pitch right down the middle, and that is a swing, nothing but air on that one. 1-1 count as Maddox Ice putting some heat on that one. Oh, boy. I walked myself into that one, didn't I?
Maybe a little bit, but you're absolutely right. It was a great pitch. He put the brakes on Cohen. He got out in front of it just a little bit, just enough to swing, gets nothing but air. 2
outs, very important as Ice steps off the bag. Has to reset himself here. Resets the scene. 1-1. It's runner in scoring position for Evanston. Morrow watches that one, and that one did break far and down to the right. That's going to be a ball.
Too far down.
Does not catch the zone. 2-1.
You know, the Outlaws have had success today when they've gotten that runner over to second. Even in the inning where they only got 1 run in, it started with that runner at second. And that kind of, it might be one of those deals where Maddox isn't exactly comfortable in that position.
Pitch in the swing, and nothing again but air. Cohen Morrow, you can tell, trying to get some contact, really wants that one, puts full effort into that swing. 2-2 count is the name of the game right now. Evanston up 7-0, 2 outs, runner on second. Potential closing pitch right here. Launch down the middle. That one caught. Line drive into center left field. Cohen Morrow rounding out to second, bringing home a run, a 2 RBI double.
Only one
RBI, excuse me. 1 RBI double. As I got a little bit ahead of myself. Cohen Morrow.
Number 34, Braxton Bauer.
We'll see if the Outlaws have a little bit of a 2-out rally in them right now. Nice hit by Morrow. Just tattooed that one over into center left field in the gap between Wheeler and Beardsley over in left and center respectively. And just a great hit by Cohen.
Brings Walker Wilson all the way home. Braxton Bauer up to bat here, who has gone 1 for 2 on the day. Ryan Baldwin right after him, and Brody Clifton in the hole.
This is really the only game the Outlaws are going to be at their true AA full strength this week.
That one again caught on a live drive blooper right behind second base. Running up to it is our center fielder, throwing it into second, and all the way home comes Cohen Morrow. So that is a RBI single for Braxton Bauer.
Outlaws starting to pour it on here in the 4th. And Cohen is just really having a great game. And
he's been fantastic.
Braxton Bauer is definitely feeding off of it. And now if you're the Evanston defense, you're thinking, all right, now we just got to let's just get some outs here.
Yeah,
let's just get the outs.
No kidding. So right now we have 2 outs for Evanston currently at the moment. A couple scores. Evanston leads 9-0. Braxton Bauer leading off of first. Ice. The lift and out to the right. Catches Ryan Baldwin swinging and reaching. Out to the far right, stretching for that one, 0-1. Next one coming up in, you know, Maddox Ice has been fantastic. He's had this fantastic breaking ball on the day. Close as that one inside for ball number 1. I've been impressed with Ice with a couple of his pitches. He has an arsenal in there, Elan. He really does.
And especially early in the game, he was really locating that inside fastball really, really well. Maybe some fatigue. He's thrown 78 pitches so far, but he's doing a good job.
Grounding out to third base and a throw across the diamond will make it in time. Pasolar beats Ryan Baldwin to the bag, and the ball beats Ryan Baldwin to the bag. A ground out to third, and that will end the inning. Cody Olsen and Elan Olliff here on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaw Baseball 99.1 and MyLocalRadio.com.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
What do you do when you lose a tooth?
Put it under your pillow. Under my pillow. Like a treasure chest so you could put it in.
Why do you do that?
Because then the tooth fairy comes. For the tooth fairy. So the tooth fairy can come get them.
And then what happens?
I get money.
We may not be the tooth fairy, but we can still take care of your teeth. Bear River Dental in Evanston.
Back here again in the Union broadcast booth, Cody Olsen and Elan Olliff as we get ready for the bottom of the 4th inning. Elan, we've seen some pretty impressive work by the Outlaws today. These teams have gone back and forth in terms of the series, but right now, so far, the Outlaws have been out in front.
Yeah, and it really has been all Evanston offense and defense, and Outlaws leading at 9-0. As mentioned, this is the only game the Outlaws will be kind of at full strength at the AA level. They're going to lose some guys to the graduation ceremonies this weekend for the tournament in Green River. And unfortunately, because we are so heavily involved in broadcasting graduation, this is the only Outlaws broadcast of the week.
Yes, we won't be in Green River, so it will be a little bit busy this week. So this will be the one. First pitch coming up here from Gavin Oliver for Sam Wheeler. Wheeler crowding the plate, has to dive a little bit to avoid that one. That was a heat seeker coming right for his shoulder.
But if you'd like to know how many more broadcasts there are, just look at all the broadcasts, all the game. Pull up a schedule. Look at all the games played in June, all the games played in July.
Yep.
And that's how many broadcasts there will be. We'll be following the rest of the way.
Absolutely. Foul ball off the top of the bat, goes shooting into the backstop high. 1-1 count as Wheeler, last time up to bat, able to make it to first base off of an error, the only error I believe on the day for the Outlaws, and then was tagged out at second after an amazing throw by Hank Allred.
You know, you're looking at the box score right now, and only 1 error by the Outlaws. Gavin Oliver has allowed 2 walks, so and it's been very good defensively by the Outlaws.
Very, very good. Right now we're looking at a 2-1 count. Sam Wheeler close to the bag. Gavin Oliver launching out to the right.
Tried to catch that one.
And right now, Elan, I think this is the first time we've seen somebody from the Stallions really crowding the plate right now. And might be able to throw off Gavin Oliver just a little bit.
Maybe a little bit, but if Gavin just continues to focus on that mitt that he's throwing to, just like that, he'll be just fine.
So here we go, a 3-2 count, full count coming up here in a battle between Wheeler and Oliver. Who will win this one, we will see. Setting up at the mid-level, the lift and launch just a little high, and Wheeler will get walked out to first. Third walk of the day. We haven't seen very many from Gavin Oliver. Jaden Hunt coming up to the line. Last time up we saw him, he flew out to left field. Damian Common having to go out of the field of play to grab that one. Able to nab him on the out, flying out to third. That one inside right down the middle. Runner on first and a 0-1 count. Jaden Hunt up to the line. Only the second time that he's seen Gavin Oliver on the day, Elan.
I like how Gavin is getting out in front of batters quickly. He's throwing those first pitch strikes. And we've seen Evanston Outlaw pitching have success when they focus on getting that first pitch strike.
Jaden Hunt thought about it.
Check swing.
Check swing, and it didn't matter because it hit the zone high. 0-2 count and 2 quick ones. Jaden Hunt needs to crawl his way out of this one.
Yeah, got some action in the Outlaw bullpen right now.
Oliver shaving the inside knees for ball number 1. Jaden Hunt setting back up.
Yeah, there's some definite action going on in the Outlaw bullpen right now. So we might be looking at moving Gavin Oliver off of the mound, but he's been brilliant so far.
Second one just inside 2-2. It was a little bit closer than the last pitch, but not close enough to hit the strike zone. Ball on, runner on first. That is Sam Wheeler, who just got walked recently. Oliver looks back over to first over his shoulder. Launches low, and that's 3 straight balls.
So back-to-back full count battles here for Gavin Oliver as his pitch count is creeping up towards 50 right now.
Definitely making Jaden Hunt sweat for sure. Final pitch, contact, down the line, foul, down to third, and it's picked up here by Coach Rondinelli. Back out to Gavin Oliver. Good hands by Coach Rondinelli.
Looks like Breckenridge now in at third base. So let's go ahead and run through that defensive alignment. Jackson Osborne now plays in left field. Walker Wilson center field. Brody Clifton right field. Bauer stays at first. Baldwin at second. Cohen Morrow at shortstop. Breckenridge at third.
Breckenridge with that substitution and another contact. Whoa. Long and far.
And
foul
it's foul.
Ball. That was close.
Oof.
That was close. It almost, it had the distance. Truly, it did. It just curves back in for a foul ball.
Doing the old school waving it fair thing and just got all of that, but unfortunately on the wrong side of the pole.
Full count and a check out to first. Braxton Bauer gloves that one, tries to tag Wheeler, who is too quick, able to make it back safe. So here we go, setting up again the full count between Oliver and Jaden Hunt, who just launched something, that ball way out into deep left foul. Pitch inside, and that's going to be back-to-back walks.
I think if you're Coach Small, you're probably thinking, all right, let's seriously think about what we're doing. We've had some consistent action in the Evanston bullpen, and right now, if you're Rock Springs, you are really liking how this inning starts. You get your first 2 guys on. It looks like they pulled Ryan Hoover out, and he was, I think he might have been warming up. I think that might be.
Could have been it, because Breckenridge took his position.
But if he's out, I'm not sure if he can come back in as a pitcher.
Understandable.
So
first pitch for Billy Peterson, who flew out to center field in the second inning. The only time he's seen Gavin Oliver on the day, gets ball number 1 inside. Second pitch coming up, runners on first and second. This one,
check swing,
and it's safe, and it's high. It's 2-0 count. Billy Peterson, again, Elan, I can't help but mention last time that these two teams met out here in Rock Springs, Billy Peterson put the team on his back, both pitching and offensively, to come back after a 7-run inning, I believe, from the Outlaws. To bring this thing back. And this one caught off the top of the bat high, and Braxton Bauer cannot make it out there. It drops right in front of the first base dugout. Hank Allred and Braxton Bauer both in the vicinity, but that thing came down to earth too quickly.
Yeah, good jump by Bauer, though, to try to get there. Hank, though, also over there in a flash.
Hank was put on the Jets. No outs so far in this inning. 2 walks and runners on first and second, bottom of the 4th. Batter's going to go ahead and take a quick moment to step out and take a practice swing. Billy Peterson taking that moment to think a little bit more about this pitch coming up here from Gavin Oliver. 2-1 is the count, and this one down low, 3-1. And Elan, I think you're probably right. Probably about time that maybe we bring in a relief here for Gavin Oliver.
He's also thrown 55 pitches, so that's a lot early in the season, especially for a pitcher who's used to being a pitch by committee. And he's done a great job. Nice strike there, though, thrown by Oliver.
Absolutely. After that strike ball, another full count facing our pitcher on the mound.
And what that tells you is he's not weakening too much. He's just not been able to make the pitches, because if he walks them, this will be the 3rd straight full count walk.
Ground out to shortstop, and the double play attempted. No, and he'll get it out on second, but Billy Peterson will make it out to first, and that will be the first hit
for the Stallions. Out here he will go.
I think that'll go down as a fielder's choice.
Billy Peterson making it out to first base, fielder's choice. Jaden Hunt able to get tagged out, beaten to the bag. On second, Sam Wheeler has made it all the way out to third, and up comes Andrew Rondinelli. Gavin Oliver again setting at the belly button, and now low and down at the shoelaces.
Man, if you're the Outlaws, if you can get out of this jam with maybe one, that would be an impressive feat.
1 out already. Runners on first and third. Keep an eye out for Billy Peterson. He's going to take off, and there he does. And out to third will be a check out to Breckenridge. Could not make it in time, and that is a very thoughtful play from Coach Rondinelli. Gave Peterson the sign and helped and told Sam Wheeler to be a little bit of aggression. 1-1 count. Oliver in the strike zone, swinging a miss also.
A strikeout here would be huge because then you've got 2 outs and you don't have to give up a hit or anything like that or not risk the runners advancing. That'd be huge.
1-2 count. Next pitch, just a tad high. 2-2.
You know, sometimes a second win could be a thing, and right now Gavin Oliver's looking pretty sharp.
He is looking
in this
sharp.
battle.
He is looking sharp. Next pitch out and to the right, and he's getting close. He's shaving the corners of the strike zone.
Another full
count, and Gavin Oliver is putting the miles on definitely in this inning right now. Andrew Rondinelli, who was walked last time in the second inning, made it all the way to second base but was stranded there. Next pitch, down the middle. No swing and a strikeout for Andrew Rondinelli.
Beautiful pitch by Gavin Oliver, and now if you're the Outlaws, you're looking at, hey, we can get out of this with 0 damage and get to the 5th inning with a 9-run lead. That would be amazing.
Would be amazing, but the one to stand in the way of that is Adrian Bardsley, who ground out last time to third base in the second inning. First pitch coming up, 2 outs, runners on first and third and second. Ball number 1 inside.
2 down, so that takes away a lot of options for Rock Springs. You have to get a hit or something.
Absolutely.
To score that run in.
Beardsley, 1-0 count. Oliver, the pitch, low. Ball number 2.
So it looks like Coach Small is going to be like, you know what? I'm riding my guy because Gavin Oliver has looked sharp since giving up that fielder's choice.
Third pitch, high on that one, and now 3 balls. 3-0 count is the name of the game right now. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Right now the Stallions looking at an opportunity.
Well, what we usually see at a 3-0 count is Beardsley's going to hold up no matter what, so this could be an opportunity for Oliver to get back in this thing. Oh, and he misses
4 straight
outside.
balls and another walk as Beardsley will go out to first. Hudson Pasolar, infield fly. Well, rather, the ball launched up into the air, caught by third baseman Ryan Hoover at the time. And we're going to have a little bit of a meeting and a little bit of a talking to as Outlaws will meet on the pitcher's mound.
2 down, bases loaded, bottom of the 4th in a 9-run game. This is where it kind of gets exciting, and I think the Outlaws are talking right now about, hey, we're in a really good position here. Let's get the out. If we have to trade the run for the out, fine. But let's get the out. Let's get out of this inning. Actually, you're not in a situation where you have to trade the run for the out. Just get the out. Don't worry about the runner coming home. Get your nearest runner and call it good. And get out of this inning, and let's
live to see another day.
Yeah, let's get to that 5th inning and let's really start moving. Still, looking at a stat line right now that all baseball fans know I'm not going to say right now. We're not quite there yet, but big opportunity here for Rock Springs, though, especially with Hudson Pasolar.
Hudson Pasolar, the lefty hitter. First baseman for the Stallions, looks down the pipe. Nothing, full bases for the Stallions.
Great grab by Hank on that outside pitch. If it gets past Hank Allred, there's going to be a run scored.
1-0. Second pitch coming up. The pitch outside to the left. 2-0 count.
Interesting. So they threw it. That almost looked like a pitch out because immediately Hank popped up, eyed the runner at second, thought about throwing down there, but decided to hold off.
Third one down the middle, and that one eyed by Pasolar. No swing. 2-1. Excuse me.
That one nips the inside part of the zone to the left-hander. Good fastball from Gavin Oliver.
Gavin Oliver again setting up the right-handed pitcher. The lift and launch. Caught down into second field, and a throw out to first, and that will be the third out of the inning, and that will leave a 0 still on the scoreboard for Rock Springs, leaving 3 people on the bag. We'll go and get ready for the 5th on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaw Baseball on mylocalradio.com and 99.1.
School. It's the right path indeed, where we learn to read and learn to write. School's the ticket to reach new heights. We make new friends, learn social skills, art, foreign language, music, and more. Science, technology, engineering, math, history, and health in that PE class. With computers and books and teachers and more, our brains will grow and our dreams will soar. So do whatever it takes to never miss school, because a great education, why, that's really cool. My friends, be cool. Go to school.
There's nothing better than finding the perfect gift for someone. Whether it's a baby shower, birthday, or anniversary, Ivory and Iron has everything to make gift-giving fun. Come enjoy the beautiful atmosphere, mouth-watering chocolates, and beautiful floral arrangements. Ivory and Iron, 1101 Main Street, Evanston.
Back here again in the Union broadcast booth, and Elan Olliff and I rocking to Baby Shark as we get ready for the 5th inning. Maddox Ice, I believe, is still out on the mound. He is staying there. Currently, right now, Evanston leads 9-0. As we're going to go ahead and see at the top of the order here, Brody Clifton, 7-8-9 will be our batting lineup here. Brody Clifton struck out the first time and then by error made it all the way out to second, stranded on the bag. Billy Peterson has gone from short stop to left field.
It looks like Sam. So let's go ahead and run through the defense. So you got Billy Peterson in left field, Adrian Beardsley in center. As the first pitch is
high and above the head of Brody Clifton for the 1-0.
Dickinson in right, Pasolar stays at first, Ron Donnelly at second, Sam Wheeler now at shortstop, Jaden Hunt at third.
All right. Second pitch coming up from Ice, this time out, and that one foul down the line and out of bounds, foul ball.
Across that first base line, and now the Outlaws, I think they're up by 9 here in the top of the 5th, playing really good defensively. I think if they can get one run over, they're really going to like their chances.
Absolutely. As, again, Beardsley out in center field. Peterson out in left. Next pitch out into the right, and that one's caught. Brody Clifton reaching for that one. It's a 1-2 count.
Fouled back into the screen. Looks like Jackson Osborne is on deck, so that's a new batter for the Outlaws instead of Damian Common.
One-two count, nobody on base, no outs, top of the 5th. Clifton waits for that one, grounds out to third, setting up and throw across the bag, caught. Pasolar beats Clifton, and that's a ground out to third. Good work and good defense from the Stallions.
Good throw by Jaden Hunt. Just waited patiently, gathered it in, threw it across the diamond, and got it.
Similar to the last play, Ryan Baldwin did the same thing, grounding out to third base. So we get number
Jackson Osborne.
Jackson Osborne is now up for the Outlaws. Ball number 1.
And it looks like Brecken Rich now batting for Ryan Hoover as Rich is on deck.
Next one caught. Osborne goes low and catches that one foul, 1-1. Rich will come in for Hoover, who is on deck, as Elan just mentioned. Gavin Oliver at the very top of the batting order in the hole. Maddox Ice with the 1-1, 1 out, top of the 5th. Osborne watches that one slowly come across the line, change up right down the middle, 1-2. Nobody on the bag, and a potential strikeout situation in the 1-2. Jackson Osborne wanting to battle, and Osborne catches that one, a little bit of chopper right to the third baseman, and that's an error off the right hand of the bare right hand of Jaden Hunt.
Yeah. Jaden runs up, tries to bare hand that one, and just can't get it handled down, and that'll bring up Brecken Rich, his first at bat of the day. And now you're also with Brecken Rich, and then you've got
Gavin Oliver at the very top.
Well, looks like you've got a new one as number 27 now.
We'll have to look at that lineup change in just a minute. Right now we're looking at Brecken Rich, first time up to bat. 1 out, runner on first. First time looking at Maddox Ice on the day. Far out to the right. Good snag before it goes behind him. That's Hudson Gardner.
Gardner with kind of the backhand snag. Had to take that left hand and put it over his body in order to pull that one in.
Good flexibility, and you know that you're getting a good catcher. Just a stellar talent, and it's exhibited right there. On 1-0 count, Gardner shifts on his heels. Ice giving the nod on the count. Holds the pitch out to the right again, 2-0.
No action going on in the Rock Springs bullpen, so it looks like they're going to have definite Maddox Ice throughout this inning so far. And then why not? You've got 1 down, 1 on, and you're doing a pretty good job. But now Brecken Rich up 2-0, his first time facing Ice.
Rich sets back into attacking position, waiting for the pitch, the launch. Down the middle, and Rich catches that one high up in the air, down and out, foul ball into the bullpen, located right next to the Stallions dugout. Foul ball now is going to lead us to a 2-1 count. Brecken Rich really had a beat on that one, just kind of caught just underneath it a little bit.
That's Jaden. Oh, wrong team. Sorry.
We're trying to find out
who's
going to be substituted for Gavin Oliver at the top of the batting order here. Brecken Rich
is Ryder Wilson.
Ryder Wilson is going to be our designated our substitute for Gavin Oliver in the batting order. 2-1 count. Brecken Rich, after launching that one high, foul ball, catches that one again, and that one goes down the line, foul once again. So 2 contact, 2 times out, foul in front of and behind the third base dugout of the Stallions, and Brecken Rich wanting to get this thing fair played.
And we've seen it. If Evanston can move that runner over to second, they've been very good at converting runners from that position.
Maddox Ice eyeing over to first base. That's Jackson Osborne, who made it via error with a little bit of a leadoff. Goes back out to first, an error, and Jackson Osborne's going to have to go ahead and run out to second after the error, after it flies over the head of Hudson Pasolar. Maddox Ice thought the same thing that probably all of our viewership did at the same time when Osborne had a little bit of a lead.
So just to kind of back up that stat that I just said about some numbers to back that up, Evanston has had 10 guys stand on second, all 9 of those 10. Now 11, 9 of those 11, including Osborne, have come around to score.
Impressive work. Osborne leading off far, and that pitch high above the head of Breckenridge. And now we have a full count. Runner in scoring position on second, 1 out, top of the 5th. And we already know that Breckenridge has put contact on the ball twice. Trying to sight this thing in just a little bit. Maddox Ice. Eyes back to second. Jackson Osborne far with the leadoff. Ice down the middle, and this one caught a little bit of blooper right to second baseman Andrew Rondinelli, who does not, who holds on to the ball and eyes Osborne and keeps him back on the bag.
Now I'll bring up Ryder Wilson. First time we've seen him, so he's going to be probably our new pitcher. As Rocky Rondinelli comes out, it looks like we're going to have a new pitcher for Rock Springs. And he hits 92 pitches, so yeah, I think they want to protect that arm.
Absolutely.
So Ice is going to come off.
92 pitches, that's a long while. That's quite a few. It's the miles on there. Maddox Ice will head off to the dugout after a couple different. He's going to get a couple claps and a little bit of an ovation there as he walks off, and I believe.
It's either going to be Jaden Hunt. Looks like Jaden Hunt is going to come in to pitch. That won't bring in Trayton Gunyon to play third. We'll double check with our Rock Springs people. I think that's Jaden pitching, and then Gunyon, I think, came in for third. So, hey, what do you know? I think I got it right.
Look at you. We'll go ahead and take a quick break as Hunt warms up on the mound. We'll come back to you on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaw Baseball and on 99.1 and mylocalradio.com.
The best cement comes from Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. They've been mixing cement for every type of job for generations. Major construction, road and bridge, cement blocks, foundations, sidewalks, curb and gutter, cement steps, septic tanks, and water troughs. No job is too large or too small. Make sure you get the best quality cement available at the best prices. Always get your cement from Ellingford Brothers. Call today. Ellingford Brothers, we know cement. 307-789-1515.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy. Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
Back here in the Union broadcast booth, everything else is just internet. Cody Olsen and Elan Olliff as we are 2 outs down at the top of the 5th. Jaden Hunt has come into relief for Maddox Ice, and Elan, we're looking at the stat line for Maddox Ice. Not too bad. That's pretty impressive.
4 2/3 innings pitched, 6 hits, 9 runs, 4 of them earned, 4 strikeouts to only 1 walk.
It's impressive. Only 1 walk, and that's really helped out. Could have been quite a bit more difficult for the Stallions today if more walks were given up. Of Maddox Ice only giving up 1 on the day. Jaden Hunt up to pitch. Ryder Wilson up to bat up against him. 2 new faces in either position.
So I was wrong. So third base is Sagastumi for Rock Springs.
Swing and a miss. Sagasumi on third. Ryder Wilson takes that strike. And now the sun almost dipping behind our little mountain range located here to the west. You can tell we're probably going to get a temperature drop in just a minute. Jaden Hunt up 0-1 against Ryder Wilson. Jackson Osborne, after that ball skirts behind Garner, will make it all the way out to third.
So wild pitch on Jaden Hunt puts Osborne 90 feet away from scoring. And that would be a big run for the Outlaws, considering they'd be up by 10 here in the top of the 5th. And the run rule is usually, and of course it may be different today, but usually it's 15 after 3, 10 after 5.
Ryder Wilson at the top of the order has relieved Gavin Oliver.
Walker Wilson on deck, and Hank Allred, I assume, is going to be in the hole unless we get some more substitutions. A 3-1 count offered up here. Jaden Hunt, the first time he is facing a batter on the day. Ryder Wilson does not have to give anything at this moment unless he feels great about it. 2 outs, top of the 5th. Wilson gives it up, swings, and that one foul down into the dirt.
Only one base runner for the Outlaws has made it to third and not come around to score in this game. Actually, I take that back. That one base runner is on third right now.
Yep, and that is Jackson Osborne. That is what we're looking at right now. We are full count, Elan. The pitch. High and inside, a walk. Ryder Wilson will stroll out to the bag on first, bringing up his brother, Walker Wilson. Absolute big shout out to our PA announcer here. He a young lad. He has a striping young, wonderful career if he really wants to take it.
This would be big if Evanston can somehow get Walker on, because now you got Hank Allred in the on-deck circle, and he's seeing the ball better and better tonight.
2 outs, runners on first and third. Walker Wilson up here. First ball down and to the right for ball number 1. Walker Wilson on the day flew out in the infield to first base, but then able to get a single and was walked last time. Has made it home 2 out of the 3 times, is 1 for 3 on the day.
We're going to have some more changes. It looks like Ryan Baldwin also putting on his hoodie. He might be done for the day. I'll check that. That's Hoover.
A throw far out and a swing and a miss, and the Jackson Osborne's going to come all the way home, and that's going to be the 10th run. A smart move, and one that was orchestrated by the mastermind located right next to third base. That is Todd Hoover, who sent Ryder all the way.
Yeah, and it was one of those ones where the ball kind of went wide, and they sent Ryder, and then the ball went wide. Garner throws to second, and they immediately send Jackson Osborne for the score. 10-0 Outlaws.
Osborne has made it home here. Walker Wilson leading off of second, a 2-1 pitch count. Make that 3-1 as that one down and away.
Now you got Hank Allred on deck. 2 down. Right now, Rock Springs trying to get out of this inning because the more Evanston now brings across, it's just an insurance to try to get that win.
Jaden Hunt and Ryder Wilson making it back to second safely as that ball goes all the way to Gardner, who launches it out to second. A swing and a miss and a full count coming up here for Walker Wilson.
Beautiful play by Hudson Gardner. It was a swing and a miss for Walker. Gardner immediately throws it to second to try to check up on Ryder.
Full count. The pitch high and another walk. Walker Wilson will make his way out to first base. Hank Allred struts up to the line.
Up to bat, number 7, Hank Allred.
And now Hank licking his chops. This could be a big opportunity for him.
Absolutely. Hank Allred strutting up to the line is 1 for 2 on the day, although he has been able to show off his power in terms of swinging. Has launched a couple out, and first pitch coming up, and Hank Allred, you could see stepping into that one. Ball number 1 inside. 2 outs, runners on second and first at the top of the 5th.
Nice check swing by Hank. Didn't want to didn't get ahead of himself. Knew that was inside. Checked it and then came back.
Evanston up 10-0 over the Stallions of Rock Springs, looking for their 5th win of the season here. Second pitch out and to the right. So 1 inside, 1 outside. 2-0 is the count. Hank Allred chomping at the bit.
Jaden Hunt getting some cheers from the fans here in Rock Springs. As he should. He's played great at third base and has done a good job in relief.
Absolutely. Hank grabs that one. Line drive all the way past third. Running home. Here we go. It's going to be a spot to the bag, and this one close underneath the tag. That is going to be...
What a throw. Okay, Sakastumi guns it from third. Great catch by Gardner, and a great slide by Ryder Wilson to get under the tag, and it's 11-0 Outlaws. Sorry.
Yo, you're good. It was a wonderful move, and Walker Wilson has made his way all the way out to third. Hank Allred with the RBI single.
So Allred gets the RBI single, and that's the insurance run Evanston needs. Now you have to get 2 in order to keep the game going if you're Rock Springs.
Throw, and here we go, back again, and this one finally beating him back to the bag, a 1-2 punch, and here we go. Cohen Morrow will be left on batting because a throw out to second, not in time, but a quick insurance policy all the way back, and Hudson Gardner able to grab the tag on Walker Wilson right at home plate, and that will end the inning. This is Cody Olsen and Elan Olliff here on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaw Baseball on 99.1 and mylocalradio.com.
The best cement comes from Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. They've been mixing cement for every type of job for generations. Major construction, road and bridge, cement blocks, foundations, sidewalks, curb and gutter, cement steps, septic tanks, and water troughs. No job is too large or too small. Make sure you get the best quality cement available at the best prices. Always get your cement from Ellingford Brothers. Call today. Ellingford Brothers. We know cement. 307-789-1515.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
Back here in the Union broadcast booth, Cody Olsen and Elan Olliff here as we come up on the bottom of the 5th inning. Elan, Gavin Oliver not located on the mound as Ryder Wilson has come to substitute for him.
Yeah, Gavin, a brilliant game. 4 innings pitched, no hits, 2 strikeouts, and 5 walks. So the Outlaws, not only are they up by 11, they got a chance at a team no-hitter here.
Yep, absolutely. It's all up, talk about inheriting a little bit of pressure here.
Great situation, though. I mean, you're 3 outs away from the 11-run win, and you're throwing a team no-hitter going into the 5th. That's if they're doing the traditional run rules, which I believe they are. But, man, the Evanston Outlaws have looked great.
They've looked fantastic defensively and offensively. Dagan Dickinson has come up to the line here in the bottom of the 5th. We welcome you back here on 99.1 KNYN, the big dog in country, as the Elan Olliff and myself are here at the bottom of the 5th. A potential team no-hitter in the works as Ryder Wilson has come up to the pitching mound. First up in the way is Dagan Dickinson, bottom of the batting order. That's number 9. And then Maddox Ice, who was subbed out. We'll see who comes in for him. Hudson Gardner in the hole. Looks like we have a number 21. Sagasumi, I believe, will be in there for Maddox Ice at the very top of the order. First pitch coming up from Ryder Wilson. Right down the middle, and a strike and a swing. A swing and a miss down the middle. 0-1. Ryder Wilson, just a little bit slower ball that comes across the plate, baited Dickinson into that one. Dickinson grabs onto the second one, but that one falls foul off of the dirt. So we got a quick 0-2 count is what we have here. Ryder Wilson, 1 pitch away potentially from retiring Dickinson early on here in the bottom of the 5th. Sets at the ear. The lift and launch out to the right. The first ball given up by Ryder Wilson. Hank Allred able to go out and grab that one. Ryder Wilson here, who's been fantastic. We saw him pitch against Post 6 earlier in the year. Ball clipped up for the shortstop, and it gets behind Cohen Morrow, and that one will get past on an error, and first base safely located. Jason Dickinson. Up to bat now, Sagastumi. Runner on first, no outs. Evanston up 11-0. First pitch to the right, no, not in the strike zone. 1-0 count. Jason Sagastumi, first time we've seen him on the day in terms of batting. Seeing Ryder Wilson. Ryder Wilson goes out to the right. That one gets past Hank Allred, and Dickinson will round second and be aggressive in his pose, get back onto the bag. Runner on second, Evanston up still 11-0. No outs in the bottom of the fifth.
Check in to see what they scored that last one. I would think it's an error, but we'll find out. Yes, that is the second error on Evanston. The team no-hitter still intact.
Another pitch coming up. Sagastumi blooping high above. Cohen Morrow drops that one out of his glove, and Sagastumi will get out to first base as that was a blooper right behind Cohen Morrow, and it dips out of his glove.
Yeah, it goes in and out of the glove. We'll see what they score that one there. 2 on, nobody down, top of the fifth. Evanston still leads by 11, and they were in these situations earlier. And box score says that is the first hit for the Rock Springs Stallions. So they scored that. Outlaws have scored that a hit. So the team no-hitter no longer intact. But, man, what a great defensive performance as the Outlaws still looking for the shutout.
Swing and a miss for Hudson Garner. So we have two runners on the bag on first and second, respectively. Hudson Garner, no outs, 0-1 count. Ryder Wilson, who was great against post six pitching, now in cleanup duties here. Chopper down to third base, stepping on the bag. Breckenridge throw out to first, not in time. Braxton Bauer, fielder's choice, and that one's going to nab the one in the more dangerous position out at third. Breckenridge, smart move.
Puts one down, and now you've got force at every base with runners on first and second. Good decision there by Breckenridge. Just tag the bag at third, get the go-ahead runner. He's your closest guy, and then try to go across the diamond for the double play. But just a touch late. Great hustle by Hudson Garner.
Sam Wheeler now up to the line. Last time up was stranded on third, leaving runner Wheeler on the bag. Wilson down the middle, and this one clipped high up and above into center field. Running up is Walker Wilson. That one's great. And into Morrow. So a fly out to center field. Wheeler.
Morrow kind of gives a big fist pump and points to center field to Walker Wilson. And now if run rules hold, Rock Springs might be down to their final out if they are playing by those run rules today. Again, it's usually 15 after 3, 10 after 5.
Up next, pitcher Jaden Hunt. Ball just inside, and you can tell that Ryder Wilson offering up a little bit, just a little bit different type of style in terms of pitching. Ryder Wilson with the 1-0. Runners on first and second. Jaden Hunt gets it past third base out to left field, and that is going to be a base hit. Bases loaded. Breckenridge has come down onto the mound, and now we're looking at bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the fifth, and Billy Peterson.
Dangerous hitter for Rock Springs due up. That is the still only one hit, I think, is what they call that. And then again, we'll see what they scored Jaden in a minute.
Billy Peterson up to bat. Pitch down the line. Third base foul in front of the dugout.
So 2 hits now for Rock Springs as opposed to Evanston's 9. Evanston took a team no-hitter on the back of a 4-inning no-hit performance by Gavin Oliver here into this bottom of the 5th. Ryder Wilson, though, doing a good job, though. Bit in a jam.
A little bit of a jam. Bases loaded, 0-1. Strike down in the bottom right corner, and here we go. Elan, can you feel it? Do you believe?
Again, that's if they're playing by the usual run rules, 10 after 5. 0-2 count to Billy Peterson. Dangerous hitter for Rock Springs.
Absolutely.
2 down.
0-2, bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Submarine pitch, low.
Ryder Wilson going with the sidearm. Haven't seen that this year.
Have not. We've seen Ryan Hoover throw a couple of those.
Tells me Todd Hoover might have had something to do with that.
Little birdie told you?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 1-2. That's a strike 3, and that is a changeup, and that was lofted high. It came down like a meteor, almost looked like an.
And that is the game.
That is the game. That is how we end it here on the strikeout. Billy Peterson watches that thing kind of come. It was just arcing.
It was above. A beautiful breaking ball that just drops into the zone, and for the second inning in a row, the Outlaws get Rock Springs to strand them, bases loaded, and complete the shutout. Don't get the team no-hitter, 2 hits by Rock Springs, but a great defensive performance by the Outlaws as they win this one 11-0.
Teams will shake at home plate, and that will be the end. This is Cody Olsen and the Elan Olliff wrapping things up in terms of play-by-play coverage. We'll come back to you for our post-game show brought to you by Martinelli's, and it's going to be great. First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaw Baseball, 99.1 and mylocalradio.com.
Gee, Tommy, you look amazing. Did you try something different with your enamel?
No way. I wouldn't do anything to alter these pearly whites, but I did see Dr. McKay Frankham, who told me if I didn't floss, I could miss up 35% of food particles.
Really? He told you that?
Yep, and you know what? He's 100% right. I started flossing, and now I look better than ever.
Wow, I want to see Dr. McKay Frankham.
Well, give him a call, 307-789-8910. Easy to remember, right?
That's super easy. Dr. McKay Frankham at 307-789-8910. I'll call today.
As high school sports fans, we know that sometimes you have to drive a long way to get to the next game. If you find yourself on the side of the road, remember that Freeway Tire in Evanston offers service calls and roadside assistance 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's a great idea to have your vehicle serviced, tires checked, and oil changed to make sure it's in top shape before your next long drive. Visit Freeway Tire today, your locally owned and operated tire shop. Freeway Tire, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Everyone is looking for a great dining experience in Evanston, Wyoming. Hi, I'm Chef Wayne, an international executive chef, and I want to welcome you to Martinelli's Cafe and Dinner Club. We offer lunch, dinner, carry-out, and delivery services. We also offer custom catering options to fit all of your needs. We are proud to prepare fresh food daily. It is our mission to make you feel like a guest in our home when you dine with us. I look forward to seeing you soon at Martinelli's Cafe and Dinner Club at 123 10th Street in historic downtown Evanston.
Now you've got a safe and secure place to store your boat, RV, ATVs, and other vehicles right in town. T-Bar Body Shop offers storage for just $35 per month. Long and short-term storage options are available. Of course, T-Bar Body Shop also offers custom bodywork when you have an accident. We work with your insurance directly and get the job done right. T-Bar Body Shop offers a wide range of services. Stop in today and see all the ways T-Bar can serve you. 515 County Road, Evanston. Let T-Bar fix your car.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
Back here in the Union Broadcast booth, we welcome you into our post-game coverage brought to you by Martinelli's Cafe and Diner.
Can I say it? Can I just say it?
Go ahead, Elan.
Happy days are here again. The Outlaws get a massive win here in Rock Springs.
It's great. Elan, Olliff, and myself, Cody Olsen, here in the broadcast booth. We're going to go ahead, dip into our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap really quickly, and then we'll have a quick interview with Coach Smalls. Elan, in the first inning, let's go ahead and break open the books here. Gavin Oliver leads off, gets a single, and the Outlaws score 1 run in the first. Then a big third inning for them. I mean, getting 6 in a row kind of levels things off. Offense was really clicking on all cylinders, but really the highlight of the day came from the arm of Gavin Oliver.
Yeah, and also just
and the defense of the rest of the team
in general. I mean, Cohen Morrow with some great plays. Breckenridge and Ryan Hoover at third did great. The outfield, Walker Wilson was I think we should call that like the Wilson slide. He does that so many times. Just like that run up short, slide down on his side, and gloves that. He's becoming one of the most acrobatic outfielders in the state. And it's just fun to watch. It is fun to watch defensive sound baseball, and this is the best the outfield has looked all year. Only 2 errors on the entire game, 2 hits given up by the pitching, and the offense exploded. This is exactly what you want to be playing as you enter the most important part of the regular season, which is the conference season. If you're playing like this at the end of May and things are starting to click, the sky's the limit for this team.
Absolutely. Well, that will wrap up our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. That's 113 Front Street in Evanston. Freaky Fast, freaky fresh every single day. Elan, Olliff, and myself wrapping things up here. We're joined here in the booth by Coach Smalls. We're going to go ahead and get into our Dr. McKay Frankum precision play of the game as part of our Martinelli's post-game coverage. That's Dr. McKay Frankum providing precision family dentistry at affordable prices. Elan, you want to give us up?
Yeah, you know what? I don't think you... When you think about precision in sports, a dominant pitcher is what you think about.
Okay.
And that was Gavin Oliver today. So I think he gets your Dr. McKay Frankum precision play of the game and your player of the game.
Absolutely. Now let's dive in a little bit more as we bring into the booth manager Smalls, Nick Smalls. Coach, it's great to have you here. Coach, first off, let's get your raw thoughts. What impressed you the most about this performance today by the Outlaws?
I think our approach at the plate was pretty well. We knew we was going to see a lot of breaking balls, and we I thought as the game went on, we really zeroed in on that and was hitting the ball with some good velocity coming off the bat. And then Gavin Oliver pitched a well of a game for us. I found out during the handshakes that he was throwing a no-no, but I don't look at that stuff during the game. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely. Manager Nick Smalls joining us here in the booth. A lot of stuff that you can be really proud of. It seemed like this team, especially in the series against Rock Springs, has showed a lot of maturity. Is that something that has been mentioned or something that you really like to see as a manager moving into the conference season?
Yeah, for sure. Coming in this game, we talked about having the drive to finish, right? I think we've kind of fell short in some of our games this year. We kind of led up towards the end or in the middle innings. We give up those big innings. And that was a focus tonight, was stay focused, finish the baseball game, and I thought we did a very good job of that finishing tonight.
I thought that was very well accomplished. Congratulations. Obviously, you touched up on Gavin Oliver. Coach, any last parting words before we end a fantastic outing for the Outlaws today?
No, that was a fun one, but we'll thank our sponsors tonight. Todd Hoover, Mike and Lisa Boddicker, Silver Eagle Refining, Tom's HVAC, Hillcorp, Blevins Ranch, and Union Wireless. And then the home run club tonight is Ace Hardware, Novus Glass, and Morticon. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. Manager Nick Smalls here. Coach, congratulations, and we look forward to seeing the Outlaws playing later on. I mean, it is a busy week in terms of graduation, but you guys are going to still be playing, correct?
Yeah, we're headed to Green River this week. We are going to lose some kids on Saturday. Going to pull up some of the C boys for Saturday, so that'll be fun to see them get their feet wet with this going forward. But plan on being competitive over there.
Absolutely. Well, Manager Nick Smalls, Coach, have a great one. Fantastic outing, and you enjoy yourself.
All right, thank you, guys.
Yep, no problem. That was Manager Nick Smalls as we get ready to wrap up the following last messages here on our post-game show brought to you by Martinelli. Chef Wayne wants you to come in. It's a beautiful, beautiful restaurant at 307-288 10:03. Time now to wrap up with our calendar. As Coach Smalls mentioned, the Green River Tournament, they will be out there, but Elan and myself, we're going to be covering some graduation.
Yeah, unfortunately, we won't be able to cover any of the tournament in Green River, but never fear, after that, we will have full coverage of Evanston Outlaw Baseball after this graduation weekend. So, and it'll all kick up again a week from tonight, Tuesday, May 31st. Right now, it's scheduled to be a doubleheader against these Rock Springs Stallions back at Ross Kesterson Field in Evanston. Game times are scheduled for 5 and 7 o'clock. We'll be on the air with the Allstate Jones Agency pregame show around 4:30 live from Evanston. And then after that, they'll be back here in Rock Springs for another tournament Saturday, June 4th, which Cody will have coverage of.
Yep.
Sunday, June 5th, we will not have coverage of the Sunday games of that tournament, but we will have the Saturday games. So that's what the MyLocalRadio.com calendar looks like, Cody.
Perfect. MyLocalRadio.com is a great place for us to do business with you, and it's a great place for us to cover the Outlaws. We're going to go ahead and wrap up here on behalf of my broadcast partner, Elan Olliff. We sign off here from Rock Springs, and we have our final...
We got to give a big thank you to Colton Bagley.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Without him, this game, Colton is our producer in the studio in downtown Evanston. Without him, this game does not go on the air. So big thank you to Colton Bagley.
And everyone else in the My Local Radio office. I mean, Kayleen Anderson, our marketing team, Matt Petrie and Christine Wiley, our executive producer, Val Cook, as well as our marketing specialist and head, Julie Burley. Special thanks to the rest of our sports department, Dan, Big Dan out in Preston. We love to see him. And Colin Holt, who is moving on to bigger and better things going on. He was really greatly appreciated as well. So I think that's everybody.
Yeah, that's everyone.
Elan, great to see everybody out here at Rock Springs. We sign off now on behalf of my broadcast partner, Elan Olliff, and the rest of us here at MyLocalRadio.com. We say thank you and stay safe. We'll see you next time as the Outlaws will play at Green River and the doubleheader on Tuesday. We'll see you later.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Thank you for joining us on this First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Evanston Red Devil Sports on MyLocalRadio.com. Until next time, go Devils!